yet, but I have a plan.
Boom! Exactly 10 minutes.
Exactly 10 minutes, and exactly as I started streaming, actually, so perfect. Right, we are currently in the process of making up Connor's, not Connor's, Commisar's character, because I did make pre-generated characters. I made 7 of them. Unfortunately, I didn't upload one of them, which was character number 8, which is why Agen couldn't have him, even though he chose him first, and I nudged him towards character 2, which I'm sure he'll appreciate. But also, character 3 didn't update. So he's got the version of character 3 from a starting point, which is when I just gave him his fun little item, but he still needs to make the character up.
Oh no! Wait! Oh no! That's I have regrets.
You have regrets?
I've already bought the things I've bought now.
Well, you have
something else I wanted. I just noticed. It's fine.
That'd be nice. Could still technically do it. We haven't started yet, but anyway, Commisar. What if you need an explanation about what the skills do? I can do that. If you want an explanation as to anything on the front half, the part of the book you're allowed to read, I will do that for you. I am friendly GM right now. I am not the computer, who of course is much more friendly than me.
Did you actually start the stream? Because
I pressed to go live, and apparently it is.
I know why it didn't work. Never mind.
Okay, my internet just derped out for a second.
Hooray!
It's our 5-month anniversary.
And on it does that.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to adjust the volume there. I need to get all of you on roughly the same level, just for purposes of getting it streaming properly. So I'll have you all do sort of random audio conversations, and I'll adjust it manually on my side. But
Is this where we just say wibble?
Hello.
I'll do it in normal conversation, because you're saying hello at different pitches and at different volumes, because your own singing quality and the quality of your lungs did not work.
The quality of our lungs?
Yes.
quality of our
Well,
lungs.
some of you were deliberately being quiet from the sound of it.
Well, it's all those cancer light cigarettes you've been using.
Yeah.
Why you go for the cancer full variety?
Agen has
Have the but he doesn't have the. I was about to say insurance.
Insurance.
I'm not sure insurance exists in Alpha Complex. I might be wrong.
who's running the insurance scheme in Alpha Complex?
You can have an insurance policy.
The communists, duh.
Insurance is capitalist, though.
The complex is anti-communism,
But not
and
necessarily.
the communists don't really understand communism.
No, but then neither does the computer.
Well, no, nobody in fact understands communism. But he just knows that the commies are the enemies.
They are. They're definitely the enemies.
Maybe those squares at Beta Complex are commies.
How
That
do you
is
know
extremely
about
treasonous
complex?
at red clearance, Connor. That is extremely treasonous.
What, just knowing about
Look,
data?
at red
Yes.
clearance,
No.
you're barely allowed to know there's an outside.
You're allowed to know there's an outside.
There's an outside?
You're not allowed to know anything whatsoever about it.
Except that it is extremely dangerous and full of commies and mutants. And on no account should you ever go there. And Chiral, you want to go into debt before the session begins?
I actually muted myself so you didn't hear me type that. But yes, that was it.
What you don't know is that the Beta Complex is on the moon.
Zap.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, like, that's even more treason.
What's a
Double
moon?
treason.
Well, I would point out that nobody actually knows where Alpha Complex is. It's not actually stated at any point.
We built it in Minecraft at one point.
We did.
It's not in Minecraft.
Oh dear. This is going to
Okay,
be this is going to be pre-session amble for about half an hour. I can feel it now, but fine.
But that's the best part
this
of
is
our
the
ramble.
best point of this. I will absolutely
Back
be
to the
honest.
good old days, Shadow.
Yeah,
We're going to go on a massive tirade while two of us secretly play a TCG in the background until we actually start. No, that's not going to.
Oh no, I mean it's fine. I will tell you though that the session I have dubbed Around the Complex in 80 Treasons.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which may or may not have anything to do with what you're doing. But it's the name I came up with, and we're going with it. Alright, so Commisar, have you decided on your 6 skills?
My 6 skills. I have no idea what the skills are.
If you wanted me to explain them, I can do briefly. You're allowed to know.
Please do. That'd be nice.
Okay. Which skills did you take then as specialties?
You may not want to tell everyone.
Well, I have like the skills that were on the list here.
Pardon, are you talking about the character sheet I copied into the chat, or are you talking about what's actually there to start with?
No, what you copied into the chat.
Okay, so that basically was a list of action skills underneath each of the main headings. So, brood looking just for con games, for management, whatever. You're allowed to have 6 of these up to a skill level of 4 above the overriding skill. So, for example, if your management is 6, you can set, say, hygiene to 10. And then when you roll hygiene, you have a much higher chance than your management skill normally has. The only downside is for each one of these you must set another skill in the same category to 1. So you only succeed on it if you roll a 1 on a d20. Once you have selected all of that, I will have a quick look at what else your character actually needs. Right.
And I have a limited amount of points I could put into like a skill that I choose.
Oh no, your skills have already been pre-rolled. All the top skills have anyway. So.
All right.
It's just you're picking specialties to improve skills you feel are going to be useful.
It's a flat improvement bonus.
I can choose like 4 overall, or
so
6.
Just using your violence skill, for example, you automatically have a +4 in energy weapons. That you don't require a negative for that. It's just what you have. Whenever you specialize in a skill, you also gain a +4.
All right.
So it's whatever that. So it's basically whatever the top skill is. So wetware, for example, if you improve a wetware skill, it's 4 above your wetware. But you have to set another one down to just 1. Software, again, 4 above your software, but another skill in software has to go down to 1. Hardware, again, 4 above whatever your hardware skill is, another skill's there to 1. It looks as if I did actually do your other hidden information, which I'm not going to reveal right now. Not that you have any hidden information whatsoever, I am sure.
Yeah.
However, this does mean I have to quickly rewrite my missions, because I've actually bothered with society missions at this point.
So what you're saying is Commisar is a treasonous mutant?
Not necessarily.
He may, in fact, not be a mutant.
It is very possible. As I told you, it's about a 1 in 60 chance of you not being a mutant at the start of the game.
Oh.
And that you know from the player guide, so that's not information I'm giving you. That's just the flat roll. There's also a 1 in 20 chance that you're a machine empath.
Oh god! Oh god!
Do you remember when that got rolled 3 times in a row with the do you wish to register? You're a machine empath, Zap.
Yeah. That was great.
And again, I do also recall the time that I was a machine empath and nobody knew.
That's the best way to run it, in all honesty.
Nah, because then you're not instantly killed.
Well, the thing is, even I didn't really realise what it did or that I had it. So, things were just nice to me.
I will still never forget the time where Zelly decided to steal my character's identity and got zapped for trying to steal my character's identity.
Okay.
Okay,
but he was
Chiral,
also
that's
the greatest
all
father to that
fine.
scrubbot ever.
Okay.
He was the greatest father to that scrubbot. I will give him that.
Indeed.
That Scrubbot was the happiest little Roboson until it died.
It didn't.
Did it die?
It did, actually.
I didn't think it died.
I killed it off, but I don't think we uploaded that session, so... I definitely had a resolution to it.
And it did die, yeah. It was quite tragic, actually.
It was so long ago.
It was the leader of a band of rogue scrub bots.
Oh yes,
it took
that's
a while.
Right,
it was several sessions later.
I referenced it badly, but it was in the bot session as well at one point. But nobody paid too much attention to it at the time, and I didn't go into that detail that it was him because it was a different character that he was playing at that point.
But it was also just an excuse to randomly go, Daddy!
There's always an excuse to do that, even if Zelly's not here. In fact, especially if Zelly's not here.
Well, The thing is, I just have this innate feeling that somewhere deep in Scoutland, Zelly's just suddenly looked up.
Son, is that you?
Is that competent Barracks?
He was the best. Not as good as Dave, admittedly, but he was the best.
The instincts of a nesting mother are strong.
The thing is,
he was talking about adoption rules and things at various sessions. It got weird. I listened to the entirety of that as preparation for this, so yeah, it got weird.
Okay.
He was aptly named, though, because he was, in fact, competent.
He was.
Unlike everybody else.
And every other scrub bot in existence. He said
I'm
the
still
standard.
not sure Dylan knows he's married to a scrub bot.
No, I don't think he does.
I think we even told him explicitly at one point, but several years after the fact. We told him explicitly at some point.
Okay. So, Commisar, have you chosen all of your skills, etc.?
Yep, I believe so.
Okay, so back half of the character sheet looks done. Do you wish to purchase any additional items for your characters out of your 100 starting credits?
Yeah.
Okay. If you go onto the shopping list and just give me a note to say what those are, I can work from that. Also, have you determined what your 2 ticks are going to be?
Do I have like a list there, or do I just make this up?
Well, I could roll the wheel of ticks if you really want me to.
That's what I'm going to do. Wheel of ticks is great.
Wheel of ticks.
Okay, this could be interesting.
Wheel of morality. Turn. What is the lesson today we should learn?
The wheel of ticks is even better. Hold on. That's actually... Sorry, I'm already streaming, so I might as well see if I can get the wheel of ticks up.
That would be great.
For those of you also have to get that, thank you for existing.
Wheel of ticks.exe, run.
Alright. So, do I just like message you what I'm buying?
Yeah, it's probably easiest for the moment. I mean, if you add it onto your own character sheet, that's fine, but we'll do the character sheet bits at the end.
Passing secret notes to the GM is a core part of the game.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So, on stream, you should be able to see the Wheel of Ticks.
It's very small, but oh no, there we go. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
I need to join the stream.
So, this is for Commisar's first pick. I will give you 1 respin. I'm going to press the lazy button. Okay. Your first tick is only hears things properly if they are said twice.
I will keep it.
That's a tick. Wow.
Well, it says properly.
Okay.
I could hear say something else. Who knows?
Yeah. You probably want to re-roll this, I think.
Believes indigos and violets are secretly purple people eaters.
Oh, that's what it is?
That's what the second one is. You may wish to use the reroll. It's not classified as a death tick or a punishment tick, but...
No, but that's because it's not expecting you to find that many of them. Right. This one I'm going to spin properly.
That's first spinning.
Okay. You get to choose what this relates to, but when somebody says a word relating to something, you get horrible flashbacks.
Ooh.
But I'll let you decide the details of that and then get back to me.
Yeah, you get to choose what triggers you.
Okay, do I like private that?
If you just add it onto character sheet, then privately let me know what it is. Okay, so Connor, did you want this as well?
Nope. So I'm gonna go for rolling the Wheel of Ticks as well.
Wheel of Ticks is fun. It's just dangerous.
There's a lot of bad ones on this.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Worth mentioning, you don't actually
Chiral,
have
thanks for
to
the host.
Yeah, I just realised I was also someone else, but no.
You don't actually have to follow the ticks, but following the ticks and being, amusing to Shadow
That was an
does get
impressive roll. Oh, that's a dull one. No, you're not having that.
Oh.
You're not having that.
I don't even know what it is yet. It's still spinning on the stream.
Jesus, Shadow, I had a flashback to that one Fairly Odd Parents thing where they span the wheel.
it's in a small window, so I can spin it ridiculously at the moment. All right, that was bad.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I agree with you. That one's bad.
This one, though, is fine.
I'll let you know when it catches up.
Remembers how equipment was so much better
Yes!
last year's cycle. Do you remember?
Bedbridge Farms remembers.
I remember.
Let's have another spin. Nope.
Okay, so there's tick
Nope.
1.
I mean, that would get annoying after a while, but if you want it, you can have it.
I don't know what it is yet. Stream's not caught up.
I wish I got that one. That one would have been nice.
I'm just sensing an interaction in the party is all.
Oh god, no. Yeah, that one will get annoying. Roll again.
This is why I told you to make your own one instead of relying on this darn wheel all the time. I think we got another Dave.
Another Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta wait for it to catch up.
All hail, friend computer!
Sure, okay, I could go for that one.
That's not the appropriate answer, and you know it! Alright, each of your wheel ticks is worth 2 perversity points, so you only get a +2 for each of those, because I'm deciding that's being lazy now. So
I just recalled the time that I had to tick that I had to compulsively lick everything.
Yep, that was a fun one, though. The first one he ever got was colourblindness, and that's proceeded to break the session. I thus banned colourblindness for the eternity of the rest of my sessions.
It broke the session because Shadow wrote a post-it note for himself, stuck it on his monitor, and still couldn't remember to actually enforce it.
I had to stop describing rooms.
Well, he didn't. He just had to refer to everything as grey if it was red or...
Yeah.
Red or yellow?
Agen, you can do whatever you want, but generally speaking, with that sort of thing, you have to let people know that's what's happening.
Hey, what?
I was answering a private question to Agen, but it's out of session now, so it should be fine.
Okay. I mean, I can see why you ban colourblindness. That's just instantly turns a corner, steps onto a green stripe, dies.
Oh no, that's not the problem. The problem was I kept explaining things to the other two characters who weren't colourblind.
Yes.
I'm not forgetting.
There's a reason that my character has no idea of direction. I did that just to wind Agen up when he has to host it. And to the left side, you've got this, and to the left side, you've got...
Your left and your other left.
Yes.
Well, no, you just say in one direction is this, and in one direction is that, and the question is you don't know which direction is which.
Oh god, One Direction. No.
I'm pretty sure that knowledge of sort of 21st century boy bands would be treasonous.
It probably would be. Probably. I mean, Tila O'Malley's the only pop star in Alpha Complex. Possibly because she's eaten and killed all the others, but you know, she's the only one. And if you've got Tila O'Malley, why would you have any other pop stars?
There is no reason. I was muted.
You were also muted.
Muted.
You were possibly even poo-pooed.
You quite well have been.
We can't have that.
B3 odd Vend bots, you say?
That's the best.
I am getting questions about specifics with characters at this point. I'm going to stop answering those very shortly because we're about to begin.
Okay.
But I will... Is that all? Okay, that's quite a list.
No, I'm not done yet.
Is that all you're buying?
I have a question regarding your second item. Do you want to reread how much that one costs?
35.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So, did you
Was
see
there
the bit
supposed to be
above
an
that?
additional digit on that?
No, you missed one bit. That's why. Which is fine. You can still do that, but that's what it's there's a multiplier to that.
Ah, okay.
But
okay.
you can still have that if you want, or you can change it for something else. Or
So I just wanted to go into debt and just buy everything.
That's
yes,
dangerous.
but that is treason.
I'm just going to point this out here. I have a treason. I'm going to start the treason tracker up, and one of you is going to start with a significantly higher number than the rest of you.
Oh.
The heresy begins.
Well, you're in debt. Well, somebody's in debt anyway.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not either.
No, I'm good.
Fine.
The lies begin already.
The lies have begun.
What lies?
Shall we start?
We're about to. I'm just doing my last few note taking, and people are still sending me messages. Once I have Commisar's character confirmed, I think we are ready. So we got.
Do you know, there's something very odd about my character sheet. It's making Notepad like lock up. How do you lock up Notepad?
We're off to a great start.
No idea.
Yeah, triple inputs lock up Notepad, but if you're doing that, I would check your keyboard.
Yeah, no, I'm just switching back to Notepad, and it won't respond to any input for about 5 minutes, and then suddenly, and it all starts.
Unfortunately, Commisar could not spring for the Mark IV Warbot shirt.
Yeah.
Which is sad in its own way.
What I'm going to do.
My entire goal of this game is to get the I Survived t-shirt.
That's the dream.
That may be the dream, but there's a different dream. It's a more realistic dream. It's not ever happened, but I have never GM'd a session where somebody has gone above yellow clearance.
He's not lying, you know.
People
Yeah,
have been
that's
close.
true.
Actually, Senor was close. In fact, his last clone died near the end of the mission. He was close, but no, it's not happened.
Yeah, I did a session where I put someone in green clearance, but the second I did that, they did not survive for 10 minutes after that. They were promoted and they didn't last long.
Part of it is because I'm a killer GM. Part of it is that Marajin's in the party.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just that Marajin is a very, very, thanks for the bits, Rise, devious player.
He is.
I'm not devious.
No, but you are opportunistic and you do some silly stuff. And
so he is cunning.
posting the computers.
I am more than likely going to get myself killed today. There's a time for being
get ourselves killed. Let's
There's a
be
time for
honest.
just doing something funny.
Indeed. So, in the name of getting the session started, could you, around the table, introduce your characters with one fact about yourselves? And I'm not going to ask you in alphabetical order because I don't actually know what your characters are, so I can't check you've done it correctly. So we shall begin in alphabetical order from your actual names in the Discord chat. So, off you go.
Hello. I'm Robert R. Bob1. BOB1. I'm in the Armed Forces chair.
And one interesting fact.
I like be free.
I mean, I would question the interestingness of that. Everybody likes beef free.
But it is a fact, so we will give you a pass. I just won't give you any perversity points for it. Moving down to Chiral.
I am Num R1, number 1. I work in power services, power, and I have a whistle. I just realised I had a whistle.
You can have a perversity point. Just for an FYI, for those who aren't familiar, you can use perversity points before any roll you make to improve your chances. You can also use your perversity points to lower other people's rolls. However, in those sorts of situations, I prefer you to state it out loud because I will not check the chat all the time. Just FYI, there's a lot going on. So it's not necessarily that I'm going to pick it up. If I don't pick it up, it didn't get spent. That's the one rule I'll say on that. However, the other thing you can do with perversity points is you can bribe the GM. You can bribe a GM to make bad things happen based on the situation that's currently occurring. But you have to determine how much of a bribe you want to give me to make this something happen.
I absolutely have at no point bribed the GM to make certain things break when people were using them as their final lifeline, not to get lost and left behind.
Indeed. There's definitely not a half spanner in this equation.
That's a very long definition.
Yes,
Which
that's
I
an awfully specific thing you have not done.
Okay. I'll give you that, Commisar, to save time, but I will pick your weaknesses. Because you don't have skills set to 1 in those categories. However, I will sort that out and I will let you know when they are. But anyway, yeah.
Commisar may have forgotten he's muted. He does that a lot.
Yeah,
I did.
It's fine. Don't worry. We'll work that out. And to a first-time player, I'm not going to penalise you for that sort of thing at this stage. I want to get things started. Started. Right. Okay, so going down the list, Connor.
my name is Tiamat R. Mad 01. But you should call me Mobius. I'm quite insistent about that. I work in the CPU area, and one interesting fact is that I am a bit of an equipment junkie.
Sounds devious and...
Sounds like you're trying to force yourself into a role. I'm going to remember that when it comes to assigning roles. Okay, going down the list to Knave, first-time player of the game.
Hello, my character's name is Wuff R1. He works in the HPD servicery, and the interesting fact, he was promoted from black to red because he ate not one, not two, but 3 trees.
You audio cut out when you were saying what. But I'm going to take that as redacted information, and I'm going to go with it. Red citizens are known for eating people, certainly. So I'm going to say that you can have a perversity point for that backstory, which is more than I get from most characters. And yeah, that means I don't have to go through the explanation of why you're red clearance. Anyway, I normally give a rough information thing to everybody, but anyway, let's move on to Marajin.
Hello, I am Wiblef REND1. And one interesting fact about me is I have some really interesting lengths of wire.
Like what lengths?
Well, you see, we've got this one, which is 14.6256 millimeters long, but you'll note that it is a slightly different shade of green.
Treason!
No, that's how you start.
You can have 3 perversity points for that intro. However, I have noted that down. So you're not the only person starting with a higher than normal treason score, shall we say. But yes, that is entirely how you start, and that's entirely how you earn 3 perversity points in this game. So, your character name is in the wrong format, but Commisar, introduce your character for me.
Guybrush Threepwood. Unknown red shirt. Let's see.
So typical naming structure is name, clearance color R, 3 letters which make up your home sector, and then 1, which is your clone number. But again,
although it is arguable, I would point out it is arguable that the home sector does not necessarily have to follow the rules if you can convince the GM.
No. I mean, we've had breaking of the rules, and I think WUF R is also at question mark sector.
Question marks. Fits.
Oh, okay. So 1 was the sector. Okay.
Yeah, so
I also didn't point out that I work in R&D, but nobody noticed.
That's fine. I guess it's not important.
We can gather from the wire.
Not necessarily.
What wire?
There's wire collection clubs. They're one of the
He could have ripped it out of the wall bed.
That is treasonous.
Well, I mean, you could have done, but you know, have you got any proof?
It's treasonous to suggest that, Agen. Be careful.
Besides, you could be going to put the wires into something.
All right, and what's it? I do have a noticeable tick there that I generally don't hear things very properly unless it's said twice.
I'm sorry?
Because what did you say? I didn't quite get that.
No, I didn't get that either. What did you say?
Oh, wow. I didn't get what you said there.
Yeah, I understand. You didn't get what I said, but I didn't get what you said.
Wait. Is this kind of one of those orphan and orphan things? Yeah. Well, anyway. Also, I always seem to have shoelaces on me somewhere.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I'll never tell why.
I hope so. You're wearing shoes.
You're wearing boots, actually, most likely.
Boots.
Typical uniform is jumpsuit and boots. The boots, for some reason, always survive, although it seems to be more of always the left boot that survives, and there's a horrible right boot shortage.
There is.
Yep.
Which flipped around at some point in the history of us doing these sessions, and now I cannot remember what it originally was anymore. But, in any case, shall we then begin? It has been a long time since the last session, but since none of you are recurring characters, this is kind of meaningless information for you. Nevertheless, it is our year of the computer, 214. This 214 is going about as well as the last 16 year 214s, but with one noticeable difference. The scrub bots are 10% more shiny. According to at least one of the 10 polls that have gone around about this.
Okay.
You are currently in your home sectors, enjoying, as the same starts with almost all troubleshooters, waking up in your new red clearance quarters. Here you have a bed, an actual bed. You have colour. Everything is red. Well, I mean, there's some black still, but, you know, it's trimmings that are in black. You have colour for the first time in your life, and certainly the first time you can remember. And all of your memories, by the way, are dulled, faded, and you're desperately trying to forget most of them, because your life before this was, you are told, terrible.
The end sector has never looked so amazing as being black with splashes of red.
I immediately fix my hair.
Dang it.
Okay, you go and fix your hair. You are not,
I then drink one of my cans of bubbly beverage to wash the taste of traitor out of my mouth.
Can
Are you
make a
implying that there
violence
was traitor in your
roll
mouth to
for me?
begin with?
Remember, I got promoted for eating people.
Okay, so can you roll a
good point.
violence check for me, Knave? Because you are going to drag down 3 cans of B3 at once. And we need to see how well this goes.
And do I roll it in the channel?
You can roll it in the chat, backslash, and it's still all a D20 in this game. It's very simple. Okay, let me just check that against your violence score. So because you rolled above your violence with that roll, you are choking on your B3. This causes it to splatter out and cause a bit of a mess at the bottom of your bunk. The security cameras take note.
I immediately fix my hair again.
They probably take note of that as well. Nevertheless, you know that for something you did as an infrared clearance citizen when you were drugged up to the eyeballs, in fact, probably beyond the eyeballs if we're really honest about things, you somehow, in some inconceivable way, inconvenienced the traitor. I mean, you might have actually stopped him dead, but you have no memory of that whatsoever. Except for one of you who did explain how he became a red clearance citizen by eating something. For the rest of you, however, it remains a bit of a mystery. All you know is, you're assigned troubleshooter duty. You vaguely recall that troubleshooter duty is very highly sought after. It's the fastest way to get promoted. All you have to do, as the infomercials have told you in the past, is survive 6 missions. I mean, of course, this person who survived 6 missions was the loyalty officer all 6 times, and every single one of his team were traitors, but that's how easy it is. 6 missions, you can be at the very top, violet clearance citizen, basically running one of these sectors. Basically being friend computer's right-hand person, right underneath the high programmers, who are like gods.
The dream.
It is the dream. And the important thing about this dream, the important thing about everybody in Alpha Complex, is that everybody has started at infrared. and everybody has worked their way up through loyal service and basically being a good citizen, trusting the computer.
All hail the computer!
All hail the computer!
All hail computer!
Agen would appear to be last.
He would appear to be last, but he was singing a loyalty song, so he gets a pass. He is a member, I believe he's actually HPD and MC, aren't you, Agen? Actually, are you?
No, I think
Knave was Armed Forces. Okay. No, okay, I don't know why he's singing the loyalty song then. HPD and Mind Control come up with all the songs, but, you know, still. We appreciate the song, we appreciate the effort, and I'm just going to have to rearrange my windows slightly to make sure I got the chat in there. Yeah, no worries, Debbie. Okay, so, you are in your quarters, enjoying what is probably the only free time you have ever had, and if you know anything about how Life in Life Complex works, the only free time you will ever have again.
Well, I'm going to spend my free time paying a certain visit to the clone vats and fond memory.
Okay, you're going off to clone vats where you previously worked, I assume.
Do I have a mirror?
You know the way, so you can go to the nearest clone vat facility.
Hooray!
I am going to go and buy some B3 from, I guess it would be a vending machine.
Go, Connor and his love of vending machines.
Yep, he's going off to find a vending machine. Okay, that's fair enough.
I'm going to go out of my quarters and just start walking forwards.
You walk into the opposite red clearance quarters. It's a mess.
I start cleaning it up.
I'm seeing flashbacks here, but okay. Make a hygiene check.
It sounds oddly familiar.
It does sound oddly familiar. It's almost a Marajin-like play. That is
Maybe.
Okay, Agen has rolled a 20. Now, this game does use the same sort of critical hit system as D&D style systems, except that low numbers are desirable. A 1 is a massive, massive success. A 2 is a good success, in all my honesty, and it will almost certainly win. But a 1 is a ridiculously good success. I will basically bend the laws of physics and the dynamics of the world as you know it to make a 1 succeed.
It has happened.
He's rolled a 20. The same thing applies for 20. I will get back to what Agen does later.
Yep. I do.
I check my red living quarters.
Okay, so your red living quarters is basically it's a bigger room than you would normally expect in. Certainly previously you were in infrared barracks, which are basically hammocks in a large warehouse area. This is actually a comfortably sized room, 3 sets of bunk beds. You are in the lower half of one of them there. The other 5 citizens who reside here have all gone off to their work schedules. There isn't, however, any kind of detail or any personal effects here, because at red clearance, you have no privacy. And also, there's nowhere for you to store items that's going to be at all safe. So you have to carry all of your stuff with you. Just something
space under the bed.
You could try and squeeze things under the bed, but there are cameras watching you do it.
What about myself?
You're going to try and hide under the bed.
Yes.
Okay, roll stealth or concealment if you have it.
I do not have it.
Okay, if you don't have it, it'll then be your standard stealth roll. And he has rolled...
Wait. I just realised. Agen. You rolled a 20. You didn't roll a d20, you just rolled a 20.
Thanks for pointing that out. I was going to have a bit more fun with that.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
It was going to be fun in about 20 rounds when...
Just 20. 20.
Oh, you thought you were going to survive 19 more dice rolls like that? So Agen fell on his own sword to critically fail that one. Okay. So we have Knave trying to hide under a bed unsuccessfully. We have Connor going off and buying some B3. We have Marajin going off to the clone vats. We'll go and resolve that in a little bit. Commisar.
I'm gonna go try to find someplace where I can buy more shoelaces.
Okay, you know where a PLC and outfitting is in your home sector, so you head off that way. Can you roll a D20 for me? I'm not going to explain what that's for yet.
All right.
Okay, you rolled a 4, so it's quite a good roll. Most rolls that are going to be secretive and you're not going to worry about, I will roll for you, but sometimes I want things under your own destiny as such. So occasionally I'll be nice and let you roll and worry about what that's actually about. But it was a good roll, so it can't be all that bad.
He absolutely will not make you roll for no reason.
You can roll against that number to see whether that will work.
Okay.
But you'll have... Oh, okay, you're going to do it in public, that's fine.
I failed.
Yes, I know you failed. Well... I will come back with you with an answer at some point, but it will not be favourable. Also, thank you, Connor. Yeah, you pulled the trigger on something, let's just say that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Agen.
Yes.
You're not sure how this started, but everything's on fire.
I attempt to leave the quarters.
You can hear sirens and nonsense going off in the background.
Can I just add the thought currently going through my mind right now?
Go for it.
The unclean!
Well, on that basis, it will be cleaner. However, there is so much smoke coming out that you are making a mess of your own quarters.
I attempt to nonchalantly, stealthily escape out and disappear from that entire corridor.
I see. I would point out that the cameras have been on you since you were spotted entering somebody else's quarters and have been observing your entire actions as you've been attempting to clean in the most disastrous way possible, with everything you've used to clean either breaking or disintegrating, or in one case spontaneously combusting. And every attempt to put it out has resulted in more spontaneous combustion. But let's see if you can use... let's see, what would be the appropriate skill here? Alright, what skill are you going to try and use? We'll let you try and justify it. Are you just going to try and sneak off or trying to hide out of the way of the cameras, or what? Otherwise it's a flat sneaking stealth roll.
Just stealth.
Okay, so you're just trying to sneak away. Alright, roll stealth.
Okay, it's a D20 this time.
Yep, I would just copy what somebody else has done. That's probably the safest way, but if you just want to roll another 20 again... I mean, the odds of Agen rolling a 20 have got to be good, right? Just for punishment.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you can, Agen.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. You managed to sneak past some yellow clearance citizens with protective fire protection overalls and dragging hoses behind them.
He went that away! Chase him!
Wouldn't that ruin your stealth roll?
Didn't he also just give an order to somebody who significantly outranks him?
However, either through luck, judgment, or them not hearing you, or them realizing the fire is slightly more important than an upstart red clearance citizen, they'll either report you later or they'll find out who you are later, I suppose. Either way, they pay you no further attention. So you saunter off down the corridor. Marajin.
Indeed.
You arrive at your home sector's clone facility. You can see a lot of infrared citizens hard at work, a few technical officers on the wings just checking each of the vats, and you see row upon row of soon-to-be citizen. All in six-pack alignments, all with name tags. Some of the more high-security ones for the high-clearance citizens are being well protected by turrets and combots.
Naturally.
Of course, naturally.
But what else? I shall saunter over to the nearest control console.
Very well.
I shall delicately stroke the console with a beep, beep.
He says that.
By the way, you might gather what his tick is soon.
I want to give an adversity point to make this better.
You don't have to make that better, but I appreciate the point spent. Marajin, you are successful in seducing the console.
Excellent news.
How can I help you today?
Oh, I just thought you and me, a little later. Should circumstances align? Beep beep.
Boop, boop. At this point, all of your PDCs go off.
I check my PDC.
Oh, I'll check my PDC.
I will do the
After
same.
the second, does it beep a second time?
Well, the machine Marajin's talking to, yes, but
I would check my PDC.
I check my PDC after fixing my hair.
okay, I've rolled some dice for that.
I check my PDC chair.
Okay. Urgent mission assignment. A troubleshooter team is required immediately in the AAA sector. Troubleshooter team consists of, there's a list of names, which are your character names, one of which is, of course, yours. You are immediately to make all haste to Sector AAA Transport Tubeway Platform 1A001A1. There you will be greeted by your briefing officer, Gordon Y. Ace.
I like it.
Mission briefing to begin at 11:00. The time is currently 10:35.
I immediately head to the nearest information terminal.
You're starting with that? Okay, no, we're going with this then. All right. You find an information terminal.
I try to look up platform 1A001A.
As you press the console, it springs into life, and an electronic voice asks you, please state what information you require.
I need directions to platform 1A1001A.
In which sector?
Sector AAA.
Please swipe your ME card now.
I swipe my card.
Oh boy.
A transport tubeway platform. A transport tubeway is launching in the next 4 minutes for Sector AAA and your designated platform. You have 3 minutes and 50 seconds to catch this tubeway. Please swipe ME card.
I swipe and then run.
Okay, where are you running?
They use infrared citizen. Use him to shove people out of the way.
This is fine, but it didn't actually tell you where it was. It just told you where to go. it told you that's the station you need to get to. It didn't tell you how to get to that station.
I will find it.
Alright, you are charging off as the time ticks down. And I'm just rolling a couple of dice here, and we'll get back to you. So,
Boop you later.
Catch you later. Alright, who wants to go? Actually, no, we should do Connor, because he was going to get a can of beef free at this point. You did actually, at the time you got this message, find a couple of vending machines.
I'm going to try and attempt to buy a B3.
Okay.
Ignoring
It's
orders.
a standard vending machine. There are buttons on the side with all of the various flavors. Sorted by clearance color, of course.
I'm going to pick the red one, obviously.
Okay. Be free classic. That will be 5 credits.
I am going to swipe the card and pay.
5 credits have been deducted from your account.
When will they ever learn?
Never.
You
I'm
are
going to
not
wait
drinking
for-
Be free. Why are you not drinking Be free? Drink more Be free.
Remember, it's the mandatory thing.
You must
at this-
drink Be free. The vending machine starts shaking back and forth, trying to stomp towards you.
I am going to decide to obey orders and run until I find the platform.
People running aimlessly.
So you are going. What's your home sector again?
My home sector is MAD.
Okay. Do you want to have a guess as to how far away that is from AAA? Because your character knows. I did a check, and your character knows how far away it is.
Okay.
About 450 miles, and that's in a straight line.
I did say the nearest platform, didn't I?
Oh, I thought you meant you said the platform. Sorry. Okay, so you're trying to find the transport tubeway platform in your sector around where you happen to be now.
Yes.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, but you have to. The quickest way is through the corridor behind the B3 machines.
Oh boy.
Oh, brother.
Is there any way around?
Well, sure, but it'll take a while.
Can I try running past the B3 machines?
Okay. Make an agility roll, which is violence if you don't have it.
I do not, so it will be
Whatever your agility is.
D20 then, right?
Yep, D20 roll.
Just spending some points, sorry.
That's fine. Roll. It's / roll D20. There you go.
Yeah.
And it may
You
not
gotta type it in again since you edited it. It doesn't help.
Oh, that's not going to end well.
Okay, the two of the V3 machines now closing each other off. I've just seen a message from somebody. You must drink more B3. A bottle slams out of it at a very fast pace and knocks you square in the head. You are
Well,
dazed,
at least I got my B3.
but you are not unconscious. The B3, however, does shatter on the ground.
No!
Oh.
As you scream, the B3 machines nudge their way closer. Okay. I normally need specifics, but I'll let that apply. They're coming towards you now. They've almost paged you in. You have an action before you are going to be drinking a lot of B3.
Can I attempt to bolt away from them towards the direction of the platform?
Well, it's behind them, but you could if you wanted to. You're going to again try and just rush your way through.
Yep.
This is another agility roll then. And I will let you know that perversity has been spent. Nevertheless, that's a good enough roll that you are somehow able to squeeze between two B3 machines. There's a smashing of glass on the side wall as you manage to duck out of the way of another bottle coming fast at you. You are through the corridor, closing the door. And you are now rushing down the rest of the corridor towards, hopefully, a transport tubeway platform.
Huzzah!
Moving down to Marajin. You are in the clone vats.
I am. I would like to check whether I actually know where to go.
You do not.
Ah, interesting.
So, what actions would you like to take to get there?
Well, you know what? Is there an information terminal?
There actually is. There are information terminals in quite a lot of places in Alpha Conflict. If you ask me to find one for you, you can find one.
Indeed.
You know this game very well, and you know how I like to play this game. So let's see how you take it.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna sidle over to the nearest information terminal I can find.
Good day, good afternoon, citizen. How may I help you today? It's also morning, but don't worry.
Look at the beeps on this one.
I'm sorry, I do not understand the request. Look at the beeps on this one. Please restate.
Could you to seduce this one, give him a perversity point from me.
Okay, you're spending a perversity point for any seduction roll that Marajin makes on the information terminal.
So, how about you help a clone, totally a clone. You help a clone out, and give me your best directions to 1A1001A in sector AAA. I would like
Please
to
swipe
arrive
your
in the
ME
shortest.
card now.
You know, I'm gonna make this roll. I'll live with that roll.
Good. Very well. The fastest route at your clearance color, red, is here. Please find the attached printout. Estimated time via walking, 12 minutes, 17 seconds.
Excellent. Does the printout, in fact, make sense?
It strangely does. I mean, it's a bit faded. The ink's not brilliant in some areas, but you'd have to be a very bad navigator to get there. How good a navigator are you?
Ah, well, that is the question.
Your that's right.
What-
Your ME
what does
card
that
has been
actually come under?
charged X credits.
Well, that's most kind of you.
Have a good day, Cycle.
Oh, don't worry. I will. Wink, wink.
I do not understand. Wink, wink. Please swipe ME card.
I'm going to sensually brush the ME card reader with one of my lengths of wire.
Your account has been charged 10 credits. Critical error. Information terminal shutting down. Calling for immediate assistance from tech services. Phew.
No problem. I'm going to collect my instructions and follow them. Just to check, what do you actually want me to roll against? Because I'm not sure.
Oh,
what
I was going to roll that
navigation
for
would
you,
come-
but I'm going to do that later.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling that one for you. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about a thing, darn you. All right. Okay, so who haven't we got a plan for yet? Connor has got a plan. Marajin has a plan. Knave,
Yeah, I
have
have.
we done a plan for you?
No.
Ran.
Last I heard, he was hiding under a bed.
He is.
I grabbed a infrared citizen and just started running, using him as a shield to get people out of my way.
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. He ran for it.
Okay. Well, you're still running. You're still running. You have 1 minute to catch this transport tubeway wherever it is. And we're going to go to Agen. There's still smoke pouring from behind you from that corridor.
I keep on walking to the nearest information terminal.
Oh, unfortunately, you're not finding any in this direction. There's a few back the way you came, though.
No, I'll just keep walking
Hey, you're going to keep walking.
at a very brisk pace.
They never learn!
That's fine. You can keep walking if you want. You come up to a very large roadway. There's almost no way. There's no way for you to safely cross this.
Agen, just beep.
Well, it only works for one of you, anyway. Well, yeah, I mean, you can keep walking if you want, but then you're trying to dodge traffic. There's also hacks all over the place on this one, going in at least 6 different directions.
Could I try and stop a car?
How would you want to stop a car?
Could I
With
try
your
and
body? No.
That's what I was making sure of before I decided what was happening here.
I thought...
You seem paralyzed of indecision.
I walk along the roadway trying to hitchhike.
Okay, so you are just walking down, pointing your thumb at people.
Yeah.
Thumbing them off. Good lord.
Okay, I will let you know how that goes in the near future. Chiral,
Okay. Have I found what I'm looking for?
what are you looking for?
The thing that I sent the PM about
Oh, sorry.
way back when that I failed the roll for, but I'm still looking. Have I found it yet?
Oh, yeah, you found somebody. He was extremely
Okay.
ticked off.
Oh. I ask them where the quickest route to go to AAA
Are you
platform.
interrupting me? Do you know how important I am? Get out!
I blow my whistle. Please, just a minute of your time. Wait, I just realized what my weakness is. Oh no, this is terrible. I'm just gonna.
Yep, you're just gonna.
I'm just gonna probably die right now. But please, a minute of your time.
What?
How did you know where to get to this place? I need the stuff. Tell me the stuff, please.
You want stuff?
Yes, please. I would like all of the stuff.
You internal security?
No, I am definitely not.
You sound like internal security.
He's extra.
No, not internal security. I would just like the stuff.
He walks down a small little passageway between two corridors and beckons you to follow. It's extremely dark.
Okay. I'm gonna die.
So, how much do you got for the stuff?
The stuff.
Well, I have this, and I'm gonna.
You're gonna send me a private message about what you've apparently got, because I'm looking at your character sheet and
I got this.
and that's what exactly?
I don't know.
You want me to give the stuff for that?
I think it's very valuable.
He inspects it a moment, prods it a couple of times with his fingers, shakes it a little bit, hands it back to you. I've got to make a call real quick. You just stay right there. He sneaks around into a back alley.
I grab my pen and start drawing on the walls.
Okay.
I just like maybe some like some small writing, like some subliminal messages, like agree with Namar, agree with Namar. Just in quiet.
You're HMPD damn control either.
Are you trying to pull a Jedi mind trick?
I think he's leaning for a suggestion roll, and if that's what he's doing, I will say roll wetware.
Okay. Yes.
You know what? You can have this free of charge.
Thank you. While you're here,
Don't just
do you
mention where you got it from, alright?
Oh, definitely not.
And
definitely
also,
not.
you didn't get it from me. I was never here. And he vanishes into the background.
Oh, I was going to ask him where the okay, then.
I'm sorry, did you say something? He comes around the corner.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I don't suppose you know where platform 1A001A1 is in AA seg. Well, a way to get to the nearest platform that has a route going there.
You want to get to there from here?
Yes. The fastest way.
The fastest way?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, I mean, might have something if you've got the credits.
I have this. I show him the thing again.
Look, I told you I can't take that. That's worth more than I am. What I can do though is give you this. He hands you something.
Okay.
He then vanishes once again, this time in a puff of logic.
Oh.
I see. I leave.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
A breakdown has happened. And therefore we
It always happens.
Generally not this quickly.
I don't have any.
Come on, Carol. It's only 40 minutes.
The time is 11:49.
Oh boy.
I'm going to try and...
All right, I'm starting to lose track of things because I'm not leaving well enough notes on this. Things are just distracting me too much. But let us go on to... who do we want to go to? Let's go to Knave.
I'm still running with the guy. Do I pass any stations?
You actually somehow find this transport tubeway station. And you can see that a train is pulling up.
I immediately get on this train.
Is it direct?
Okay, I didn't mention what was in front of you, but that's fine. There's a queue of about 6 red citizens, a couple of yellows. There's also a turnstile, which you are clearly trying to jump over. Agility roll, please. And also then a dash to try and get to the transport tubeway train before the doors close. I didn't know which roll that was, but I'm going to assume it's this one. Where's your character sheet again? Okay, you trip and fall and buck your head hard on the turnstile.
My infrared shield does nothing?
No, it did absolutely nothing.
Useless, I throw.
Well, no, actually, you can't say useless and throw him away, because if anything, you've thrown him onto the train.
Yeah,
Such was the epic failure of your attempt to leap over it. You are unconscious.
Oh, brother.
We'll get back to you a little later. Let's go back to Commisar.
Is Commisar muted?
Commisar?
Is he even here? Very well, we'll go back to Marajin.
Huzzah!
You are having a leisurely walk. I mean, this is a fairly rough area. You're not too familiar with it. And there are certainly almost a lack of cameras around this area. There's a few groups of infrareds that are sort of hanging around in corners. Not really paying you too much attention, but it's obvious that you don't belong in this part of the infrared sector. Or rather, you do belong, and they're hoping you don't give them any orders.
Naturally. The infrared scum. They can't be trusted.
You then hear the squeak. You hear a squeaking sound in the distance. You can see that the scrub bot is furiously cleaning a section of the corridor you are about to walk through.
Boy.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
There might be something wrong with what's attached to him at this stage. It appears to be a leaking barrel of green paint.
Interesting.
He seems to be trying to cross the corridor and block it off.
I shall open my can of boot polish.
Okay.
And I shall, carefully polish the rotors of the scrub bot. By which I mean I'm going to place the can into the rotors of the scrub bot.
Okay. Well, I mean, it painted the green line in front of you while you were slowly deliberating on that one, but it's now painting a black polished line in front of itself as well. It seems interested in you enough to start chasing you a bit.
Well, anyone following me will see that I've been following an infrared path. I shall, increase my speed slightly.
Okay, so did you cross the green line to do this? Because it did get across the corridor before you got to him.
Well, yes.
Okay. He's one of them treason thingies! A couple of the infrareds are pointing at you on the green corridor.
I'm going to point back at the, black line that's following me and say it's quite clearly an infrared one.
Not where I'm looking! They start chasing you. They have pulled out knives and pitchforks. There's at least 4 of them now. And more are coming out the corners.
Okay. Decisions.
You got very little time to make one. They are chasing you. I mean, you probably survived, but you're about to be stabbed by pitchforks.
Oh, I am possibly about to be stabbed by pitchforks. On the other hand, I'm possibly about to feed an apple to the first one that gets to me.
You're going to toss an infrared apple at them. Which is not infrared at all. It's a real food apple if it's the one I'm thinking of.
It is a real full apple, which means it's red, not infrared.
Indeed.
So yes, I'm going to do exactly that.
Okay, thrown weapons check, please.
This is ambitious, but... Yep, that was ambitious.
That was ambitious and fairly rubbish. If anything, you, in your attempt to toss it forwards, you toss it backwards. At this point, the first of them comes up and attempts to stab you with a pitchfork. And misses. The second one grazes you, but not enough to do any significant damage.
Good to know, good to know.
The scrub bot, seeing the chasing army, has fled, knocking off the green paint, and is now climbing the walls.
Well, of course. What else would a scrub bot do? No, I am going to... Good question, actually.
Otherwise, they're about to dogpile you, which may involve you being eaten.
It may. It may. Which means, you know, I'm going to attempt to run away with alacrity.
Okay, let's have an agility roll from you then. And we'll see how well you do and whether it is worth them chasing you.
Well, I'm just going to give a sub-note here.
Oh, sure. Okay, I will just roll that quickly, bear with. Okay, make your agility roll. It's not a bad roll, actually.
No.
Okay. You managed to just dodge away from the next couple of infrareds, and another one that seemed to jump from the ceiling after the scrub bot missed and was about to land on you. But you're able to outrun them, make your way round to the corridor, and in fact, you're pretty much there. You can in fact see you've now entered Sector AAA, and yeah, you're already at the station.
Excellent.
There's a few odd stares and looks at you, but I'm sure you don't have to worry about that just yet.
Not in the slightest. I am, however, looking for a certain yellow citizen.
Yes, and you'll find him, but we'll get there when the others do. So,
Indeed.
Knave? You're still unconscious.
Yes. No.
Connor.
Yes?
The terror of the B3 machines behind you, you eventually make it to a station platform. You can see a knocked out red citizen that's basically fallen over one of the turnstiles in an odd and amusing way, but you've managed to make it onto the platform. This one heads straight for the AA sector, and in fact, the platform you want to get to.
Okay. I guess I'm going to board the train then.
Okay. You go to step on the train. You hear a couple of loud noises as you're about to step on the train. What do you do?
I'm gonna roll forward.
You're gonna roll forward. Okay, you get on the train.
Woo!
They get a few odd looks from the other red clearance citizens who just... And one extremely stunned infrared-looking citizen who's apparently managed to seat himself in with the luggage rails up top. he says, hi. But yeah, then the door's closed. And it flings itself off at a very fast speed.
Is the Commisar back?
I don't know. Yep. Oh no, he is back. Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Right. So, what are you doing?
Well, after receiving the message, I quickly think to myself, Do I know where these locations are? Like how to get there?
Well, the location you're actually trying to ultimately get to, the station in the AA sector, you do not.
I do or don't?
You do not.
Ah.
You have no idea.
Ah, great. Now I look immediately for an information terminal.
Okay. You find an information terminal.
Excellent. Everybody loves them.
Indeed, some people do love them. It's kind of weird.
I noticed.
But let's see how you react to this. It does the usual startup screen and asks you the standard question: what information do you require?
Quickly I look at the message on my PDA so I could attempt to recite to them. Wait. What did he want from me?
It asked you what information you require.
Oh, I need to get to the nearest train station.
I do not understand the word train. I know you mean transport tube. I'm not going to punish you for that.
Transport tube, but yeah.
But, yeah, I'm not going to punish you for that first time player or whatever. Okay. The nearest train is approximately 12 feet underneath you. It is traveling at absurdly fast speed towards an unknown destination. There is another train 14 feet above you. This is traveling to location classified. This information will be charged to your account. Please swipe ME card.
What was that?
Please swipe ME card.
Oh, I swiped my any card.
Your account has been charged 10 credits for the information. Thank you for using the information point. We hope you have had a pleasant experience with us today.
Is he gonna ask for a review?
He asked where the nearest two trains are. I told him.
I recall it being like train stations I specified, but I'd like to roll with this instead. Let's see. He didn't even tell me what direction, what cardinal directions they were moving in either. What a worthless machine. All right.
Citizen. So you monitor is no longer showing the information screen. It is, however, showing the face of friend computer.
Hello.
I understand you have a problem with the information systems that you're allowed to access at your clearance level. Please clarify your statement.
He wasn't very clear in giving me his directions.
On the contrary, he told you where the nearest two trains were, and which stations they were heading towards. This aligns with the information you requested.
They didn't mention.
If you are unsatisfied with this information, perhaps we can provide you additional information. What information do you feel you deserve, citizen?
What was that?
You are clearly unsatisfied with the information being given to you. This is unacceptable. Do you agree?
Yes.
The turrets immediately turn on you at this point and open fire.
Beep, 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 boop.
You have admitted that the information that you're allowed to access under the rules of friend computer, you're getting destroyed for that, unfortunately. Nevertheless, this is a valuable learning experience. Do not question the information you were ever given. Well, I say that. You can question, you just have to question enough ways
Quietly
that'll keep you
inside your
alive.
own head. Yes.
And work around the information you are given and try and use that to your advantage. But again, it's fine. Losing the first character is nothing in this game. This is why you have 6 clones.
I'm pretty sure I'm a dead man walking at this point, but yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm a dead man walking.
You could well be, both of you in all honesty, but again...
I arguably lose my first clone before the session started.
My plan is going to get me killed, so yeah.
It could well get you killed. Okay,
Everything can get you killed.
Guybrush, would you like to register your new mutant power? If you register your mutant power, you are admitting that you are a mutant. You are a second-class citizen. Everybody knows it. You get a yellow band around you to show everybody that you are a mutant scum. However, you can use your mutant power provided you are using it for purposes which are not treasonous. This gets monitored very heavily, but you could use it. You also will get a new mutant power at this point, which I will roll for in a moment.
I won't register that. I'm not a mutant at all.
Glad to hear it, citizen. Let me just do a thing to give you what your new power is. One advantage, it's the one actual in-game advantage of registering a power. I explained partially what it does.
Probably.
Well, I explain what it should do, or what you think you can use it for.
Also, people don't kill you if you then use it. No, that's it.
Again, yeah, probably. So a new mutant power is this.
So it replaces the old one?
Your new power. Yeah, your clones have different powers, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming you have powers at all, which of course you don't.
Yeah, I don't have any
because you didn't
powers.
register. I mean, if you had a power, you'd have registered it.
I would have, definitely.
Of course you would have. No worries whatsoever on that one. All right, I wanted to do Chiral last because he's had a bit of an experience so far. Agen.
Oh boy.
Hello, Agen.
Hello, Agen.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Well.
So as you continually walk down the corridor, thumbing off everybody who passes, a car does, in fact, roll to walking pace beside you. It's a blacked out, well, infrared out, actually, vehicle. Red in colour,
Okay.
and it's just drifting alongside you at this point. You
I
hear a
walk
click.
faster. Oh.
As you walk faster, it keeps pace with you.
I slow down.
It keeps pace with you.
I keep walking.
Again, it stays at your pace. I mean, you were thumbing for somebody to pick you up. I mean, I assume that's what you were doing. You seem very reluctant to get in the car that's slowed down for you and doing what you want. I mean, if you don't want it, I can drive it on right now.
I waved to it.
Sorry, what did you say?
I waved to it.
Okay, it does not wave back. It is a car.
I try to speak to the driver.
Okay, go on. I'm not making the words up for you. This is your character.
Hello, could you take me to 1A1001A1AA?
You hear no response.
Of course I don't. I try.
I'm just going to point out, Agen, there was a click.
I know. I don't know what it means.
It's quite
It might
obvious
mean that
what
the door's
that
open.
means. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, okay, right.
I reach to open the door.
Okay. You reach to open the door, and I mean, it's still driving along, but it's driving slowly enough that you can get in if you want to. So I'm not going to ask for any rolls or anything like that. You get
Who's in the car?
Well, what you see is a citizen dressed in blue. I mean, this would be unremarkable. It's a it's a reasonable blue suit, nothing too fancy. You can also see there's a couple of people wearing green suits in the back, possibly a boss and his two subordinates. You know that higher clearance citizens are allowed to own auto hacks. There is an oddity though. These three citizens have fishbowls instead of heads.
I pull out with a firecracker.
Okay, you
Can I light
a
it?
firecracker. The door behind you has, however, locked, and they are now driving at a much faster pace.
Oh.
But you have pulled out a firecracker. I assume you haven't lit it yet, because I'm generous at this point. But you get the sense, even though they haven't moved at all, that they are staring at you.
Hello.
Well, they don't have mouths, but you get that they're still staring at you. And that something might be being said, but you can't hear it.
Oh boy.
I think while you think about that, Chiral.
Okay, I'm going outside. I'm going to be looking for any cars or auto hacks or anything. Is there anything parked along the way? Maybe one with someone in it or a taxi or something like that?
There aren't too many cars in this sector, actually, annoyingly. As you look around for an auto hack, though, you do see one solitary car coming down the road.
Okay.
It's a red car with an infrared out windows.
Okay. I try and kind of use my hands to sort of call it over. I'm like...
The vehicle slows up and stops alongside you. There is a click.
I open the door, but I don't go in. What do I see?
You see a red clearance citizen holding a firecracker with a look of panic in his face. You see a couple of green clearance citizens in the back seats, and that's what you see at the moment.
Okay. I cross my arms and just go, come on. There is a
spot in the back seat. You can get in there.
I was looking at you and go, come on. You have violated about 60 regulations here. Look at the way you're treating your car. Look, you've got that mark there on the side. You've got a firecracker. I don't even know what safety regulations you're failing.
The blue clearance citizen at this point stops the car. There is a click, the engine shuts off. The green clearance citizens get out of the car. You now see they have fishbowls on their heads, and that's all you see of them. However, you are getting the sense of immense anger right now.
I grab my stamp, and every small little mistake I see, I start stamping. Refer to committee. Refer to committee. Refer to committee.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Are you stamping yourself at the moment? Because
guys.
they have brought out their cone rifles.
I pull out my gun. Is this where it's going to go?
Can I get into the driver's seat?
Oh my god, Chiral is committing right now.
This is how it's going to go.
Committing. Okay. So there's a few things that are going to happen here, but I think what we need is a violence roll from Chiral and from Agen, because he's got an action he needs to declare on a time-based thing as well, and I've got 3 to roll myself.
Keeping in mind that right now it's a toy gun, but they don't know that.
Low score works, but you're up against 3 guns that are cone rifles.
Yes!
Okay, so Agen is going first. The car drives off.
Oh.
I thought I was in.
Yeah, you were still in the car as far as I can tell.
Oh.
I thought that's what you said you were doing, getting into the driver's seat.
Yes.
So you're just going to sit there, you're not going to drive off?
Well, I thought the door was still open and then Chiral was somehow going to get picked up into it.
He might well do at the moment, but I mean, you're now in the driver's seat.
I shouted, Chiral, get in, chair.
So you're shouting to a random red clearance citizen you've never met before, get in, chair.
I mean, compared to the 2 green people with guns pointed at me, I'm going to get in the chair.
Okay.
I'm going to question why Agen wants to take a red clearance citizen that has just threatened and insulted 2 green and a blue clearance citizen.
I'm going all in on this.
You are going all in on this. However, because one of them is going before 10, I now get to roll a cone rifle against you. Let's see. What's violence would be that? So divide by that. Okay, the cone rifle does impact you, and has put enough shrapnel in your shoulder to nearly rip your arm off. Your left arm is now useless.
I can take nearly. Am I in the car?
You are in the car with a useless and bleeding left arm, full of cone rifle shrapnel.
Can I?
At this point, the 2 green clearance citizens, because it's their action at this point, duck down and notice him in the driver's seat. The points. You get the sense of shock and horror and rage. Agen, your action. You got 1 before you're getting blasted.
I drive off.
Okay, how do you drive off? Can I have a mechanical engineering roll from you to see if you can work out how to use this being on the fly that you've never seen before?
We can do this, Agen. We can do this.
That's not a 1.
We can't do this.
You turn the wipers on and flash lights at everything.
I press buttons frantically.
Chiral, you technically go next, so do you wish to try and make the car move?
Yes, I would.
Mechanical engineering, please. You can spend
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. That's good enough.
Yeah, well, it's good enough. 2 is a success. The car screeches forward.
I hand Agen my toy gun. Keep it distracted.
Agen's in the driver's seat, though.
Yeah, I know. So Agen's leaning out the window.
I feel I have an appropriate page of the book open here because I was looking up the speed calculation things, and they're only in the insect manual, which does interestingly have car chases as one of its things. So
nice
insect manual.
Yeah, there's three books for Troubleshooter in this edition: Troubleshooters, Internal Security, and High Programmer. I've never run an internal security session because it is ridiculously complicated and there's a lot to sort of go on. But it does have rules for car chases because internal security.
Basically, you can consider if you're playing Troubleshooters, you'll probably start at red clearance. If you're playing Insect, you'll probably start at green, if I recall.
I think it's green.
And High Programmer, you go to UV, but UV play is very different.
Internal security does follow mostly the same formula as Troubleshooters.
I died in 10 minutes playing High Programmer.
Bad normal. Okay, so...
by the way, Shadow, check your DMs.
Yeah, I did see the message.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't think you have to do that, but, you know, it's been spent. Well, don't worry. It'll happen.
I think that Agen has thoroughly buggered my suggestion at this point.
So Chiral just told me to lean out and fire. Right?
Well, he told you to keep
That's what I told you to do, yes.
Oh. And I'm being nice by reminding you, because Paranoia, typically you don't want to actually remind people what they were doing.
Yes.
Pretty much. Okay, so, Agen, you are sitting in the driver's seat and you botch your driving roll. So you basically are now travelling at what is, sorry, I had this open a moment ago, very fast speed and still getting faster because of Chiral's pushing on the accelerator, you assume, or at least the thing that's making it go faster. You now see a number of vehicles in the distance ahead of you. You're approaching them quite fast. They appear to have stopped for a green light of some sort.
I try to steer it somehow.
Oh no.
You attempt to steer it somehow, do you? Let's have a mechanical engineering.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, what you have done is you've put the thing into a giant spin. You are now spinning uncontrollably. Chiral, you're spinning uncontrollably in the passenger seat.
Okay.
There's a loud screeching, and you're fairly certain it's heard a bang.
Okay, are we still moving?
Yes, you're still moving. I mean, you're moving.
Okay.
As close as you can tell of all the spinning, you're still going in that direction. You're spinning as you're doing it.
Okay.
I would question whether they'd actually put any kind of safety belts on.
Oh no, they didn't.
I'm going to take a happy pill.
That's the appropriate answer right now.
What? Say again? Sorry.
That sounds like the only appropriate thing to do at that point. Okay, so you take
and then try and sort of steady the car, maybe, but probably not really.
Well, as you take your happy pill, everything becomes much slower and much more relaxed. The spinning blends together, and you see yourself in a wash of nice red, pink colours, and everything is calmed down. There's no screeching noises. There's almost a faint... I mean, I don't know what you would necessarily call it, but there's this light beat going on in the background. It almost sounds like cheerful music, but inside rather than outside. And everything looks so good. And you have 2 actions in this state while Agen tries to fix the situation.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So Agen, as I mentioned, you're spinning out of control, and you have 2 actions before something happens.
Okay.
And this is the part of Paranoia I like, because if you can come up with a genius way out of this, I will let you try it.
Yes, can you come out with a genius way of solving a madly spinning, gentle, music-filled...
Oh no, he doesn't hear the music at all. He's hearing...
Yeah, well, of course he doesn't, but it's a gently spinning, music-filled cloud of pink fluffiness right now, as far as Carl's concerned.
And if they do survive, this is going to be interesting.
I need to find just one thing.
Just one thing.
Are you attempting to look up Ruby's Agen? No.
Okay, I have laughed myself dry. I'm going to go get a drink.
No worries. Oh dear.
I try to open the car console and somehow I open the car.
This sounds ambitious.
Oh god.
So you're ripping off the front panel
Yes.
in order to try and work out how the car works and stop it.
Yes.
Okay.
The man that couldn't work out how to start the car.
Yes, exactly. I'd also point out this, because you might have got some hints from mechanical engineering. This is not a bot-controlled car. This is a manually driven petrol. Well, not that you know about that, of course, but it's not mechanic. It's not electric in any way. It is mechanical. But anyway,
we are the masters of
anyway,
fate.
I may well say a violence roll to rip the front panel off, but I will. Obviously, you can spend first if you want to spend it, but.
I return.
Okay, he's about to rip the panel off the front of the car in order to try and work out if he can stop it in his next action.
Basically, he's ripping open the dashboard.
Why do I feel I'm gonna hit my face with it?
Not necessarily, but you basically tear a huge chunk of it off, and now the wheel, which seems to be causing the spinning thing, has ripped off. However, you have not stopped spinning. Also, all you see is a few electrical wires, and you can see in the background a big black box with smoke and oil of some kind spitting out at you.
Oh boy.
I was generous with that. You technically failed the roll, but I'm going to let you have a shot anyway.
Can I tie a loop around my plasticord?
You could, but you are not aware of your plasticord right now.
Oh, okay, fine.
I mean, you're in your happy place. Everything is good.
Okay.
I mean, you can have an action. I mean, what do you want to do with your pink, fluffy cloudness?
I would like to open the door into a whole new world of an even fluffier place. Spinning around at great speed.
Okay, so you open the door.
I open the door. What do I see?
You see an inviting pool of water.
Next time I jump against that pool.
Yeah, we'll see. All right.
You never know. It might
you
even
both have one action left.
Is the door open?
Well, the passenger door's open. But you have to climb over Chiral to do it.
Oh, I try to push Chiral out and jump out after him.
I'll let you do one. Try one of those. I'll let you try one of those things.
I'll try and push Chiral out.
Okay. Chiral. An angry black cloud is trying to push you into the pool.
I mean,
do you resist or
angry guards?
You know what? No, I don't resist. I go with it.
Okay.
Like I want to leap. I want to go to distance. You know.
Can you make a violence roll, and then can both of you let me know if there's anything else you're going to try?
Is there anything I can grab onto?
The door?
No. Outside.
Well, the road that's going too fast for you to hold, or the door are your two options.
Okay, so it's not like a.
You're spinning at very fast speed and about to collide with something. Anything you can touch is probably lethal.
Would you like to grab hold of the soft and inviting pool of water?
I mean, I would love to.
Okay. As you grab it, your hand is somehow flung backwards and you are run over from inside the car, which is a bit of an achievement.
Oh, nice, somehow.
Based on the speed you're going, the amount of damage it says here is W2K, which you don't need to know what that is. You're not allowed to know what that is. But, yeah. You're not surviving that one.
I'm assuming the K is killed. I'm assuming I'm dead.
There is a damage system in this game, and, yeah.
It's a bit loose weave.
But, yeah.
That's all right. Part of me was hoping that, like, drunk people.
Anything else you were thinking of doing? Because your last action before death at this point is to try and save Chiral, or at least kill him. I can't remember which one you were trying.
Oh boy.
Think fast, Agen.
No, not fast enough. Crash.
Yep.
There is a mighty explosion which is heard all the way in AAA sector.
What the hell was that?
I mean, I may as well just remark at this point, what the beep?
Indeed. So, just for analysis' sake, we have Agen and Chiral, who are both currently dead. We have Knave, who is unconscious. We have Connor, who is on the train and has arrived at Sector AAA.
I dream of the Scrubbot Rebellion.
There was no Scrubbot Rebellion.
Hence why I
Why
dream
would
of
you
it.
dream of such a thing? That's clearly treason. When they effectively built that mind thing into you, that'll fix that, don't worry. And then Commisar.
Oh, boy.
Well, there's me as well, but I'm just...
Yeah, no, you're already there, so I'm not worried about you. I can't remember what Commisar is offhand. He might also be muted.
See, the best thing is that at least Nomar never suffered.
Well, Commisar went to an information terminal, didn't he? And then he doubted the information.
Yeah, so he was zapped.
Yes.
Okay, no, so he's dead as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So the three of you arrive on the platform.
Yay!
Knave, the infrared clearance citizen, basically carries you out as luggage.
Yes.
He has stolen your red clearance jumpsuit, and is leaving you there on the ground as infrared, and is now just going off on his merry way.
All three of us.
Can I roll to wake up and club him?
You can do in a few moments, but right now you're an unconscious infrared that's dumped on the platform.
All three,
The
just
only thing you've lost is
Chiral.
your jumpsuit, by the way. And you
No, Chiral is dead.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
Yeah.
He said,
It's
can I?
infrared,
Chiral
but
is
you just
pavement
have
pizza.
Infrared jumpsuit.
No, I'm swimming in the great pool in the sky. It's fine.
The great pool of blood, yes.
At this point, 3 tubes emerge from the ceiling, and 3 clone pods drop down, containing Guybrush 2, as well as the 2 clones that we're about to resolve. So, Agen, would you like to register your new mutant power?
I don't know what it is.
No, that's exactly the
don't
point.
get to know
You
what
don't
it
get
is.
to know what it is until I've done this. I haven't even rolled it at this point. Okay.
No.
2 moments. Okay. So, such as it is, it's that. And Chiral.
Nah, I'm not a mutant. I'm not one of those muties. What? No.
Okay.
Where is it? It's over there.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, that's the wrong end of the pencil.
What?
That sounds like a new paranoia mistake.
Good to know.
I've heard the phrase "eat lead." I didn't think you took it seriously.
Took it literally, at least.
Well, one of the
Well, you know,
mutant
it is
powers
Alpha Complex, it could well be lead.
Matter Eater, so maybe he's just practicing. Okay, so I believe this is all 6 of you at the platform.
Hooray! How late are we?
I wish to make an
Everybody made
incredibly
it.
important
2 minutes
action.
early.
No, I have an incredibly important action to make.
Very well.
I'm going to grip Roatar by the shoulders, stare intently into his eyes, and say, beep.
Beep.
That's
Beep
it. I just
you.
want to know what his reaction is.
Beep to you, recliner.
I wink.
Beep.
Yeah.
I am going to look at the clearly infrared class citizen and ask him what in the all of Alpha Complex he is doing here.
Do you like squirrels?
What's the squirrel citizen?
Shoot him.
The
Yeah.
mortal enemy of the
I'm just going to
Scrubbot.
make a roll here quickly. I'm just going to make this publicly. Don't mind me. This is something I've just realised. Is that number 1, by the way?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay. You all somehow feel odd.
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 You seem to be feeling less suspicious and violent. You can't put your finger on it.
Huh.
It passes immediately, but you had some half second of thinking that maybe you can trust these guys, and then confused.
Do I see the guy who stole
Now
my
we
stuff?
can't trust them. Oh boy.
Can I see the person who stole my stuff?
No, and you only stole your jumpsuit. You got all your other stuff, which means you still have your red. Which means you still have your red reflect armor.
Oh, good. I put that on.
Okay. If you want to go down that route.
Yeah.
Can we shoot him?
I'm gonna take out my gun.
I would point out that you have laser pistol bodies. They don't work until they got barrels in them.
I mean, I have a gun.
Shit.
The best you can do is
take
club
out
people
my
to death with the
PC.
barrels, but that potentially damages them.
Can I push him off the platform?
I take a single step backwards and pull up my crowbar.
The yellow clearance crowbar?
Yes.
Which I'm currently taking a picture of you with my PDC.
I am definitely going to push him off the platform.
I pull out my plasti laser.
Oh, good. If you attempt to
same.
pop him on the head.
I feel the tide has turned a little against you here, Knave.
Bop. Yeah, the question is bop who on the head?
Whoever tried to push me.
Carol, okay.
Okay, can you make
I'm
a melee weapons... a melee weapons
pushing.
attack on Chiral then?
Connor.
What happened? Why?
No, sorry, I got the name wrong. Don't worry, I got people wrong. Don't worry.
Carol.
Quick question.
Carol.
Am I in between any of these people that are fighting?
Well, at this point, it's just a group, and they're all going towards him. So,
Well, I'm just gonna make sure I'm not part of him there. I'm not with him. I'm a safe distance away.
okay, so hand weapons check.
Oh, bad roll.
Again, out of fairness, Carol, Shadow warned you about me.
I did, and that's also a miss. So
Sorry, I
you
wasn't actually
attempt
paying
to
attention.
strike him with your crowbar and miss.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to push him off the platform then.
Okay,
You already did that. That's what got the swing at you.
Well, I haven't pushed you off yet. I attempted to.
Wait, why did you swing at me?
Because I told him that you were the one to say that was me being me.
Okay, my bad.
there's chaos going on right now.
Okay, so what am I rolling a violence, I take it?
Well, I mean, depends. He just swung at somebody with a crowbar. What do you want to do about the guy swinging with a crowbar around, which is clearly not allowed?
Yeah, I'm going to push him off the platform.
Cry treason?
Yeah, yell treason and push him off the platform.
So you are attempting to pull it, okay?
Yeah. Well, why not?
All right, have a go. Have a go.
Exactly. He tried that and started this.
He did, but he didn't actually roll for it. I think he was just suggesting it, and then you decided to pull out the crowbar on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I club him if he tries to push me.
All right, fine.
You still
He's got to
pulled
roll
out
for the
the
push.
yellow
Though.
clearance crowbar while wearing red clearance armor in a infrared clearance jumpsuit.
Yeah. It is clearly treason. So am I making a roll, or...
You can make a roll.
Okay.
Then we'll try and establish what nonsense happens from this.
That's a good roll.
Good roll.
It's a good
I'm
roll.
just forwarding the picture to Insac.
I mean, you pushed him off the
Yeah, at this
platform
point-
onto the rails, but that's basically 2 foot.
Wait, if he's pushed me, can I use my crowbar to pull him down with me?
Sure, we'll have a flat violence roll for that, though. The crowbar flies out of your hand as you try to reach it up to grab him. It goes spinning off into the background of the platform, and you can no longer see where it is. You can probably pick it up if you can get up.
Can we
things,
see
but-
where the crowbar is?
Yeah, it landed. It went quite a way actually, about 50 feet.
Okay.
But it's down the end of the platform.
I'm just going to get my distance and pull up my PDC. You know,
Josh is shot, so you're on your PDC.
just in case. Just point it generally in everyone's direction.
I'm going to turn to Marajin's
I
character
am going
and
to
ask
make
if he's
a
already
roll here.
sent the report.
I'm also going to advise you that you don't really have a skill that helps in that. But I'm responding to a particular person and a particular chat message that was just sent to me. Okay. Connor, since you're the only person really involved and invested in trying to do this,
before we do this, how many credits did I spend talking to the information kiosk?
10.
I think
10?
I think it was 10. It's a while ago. I can't remember. I didn't write that down.
It's typically 10, so probably.
Unless I'm feeling especially mean or I've made a particular roll somewhere. Okay. Connor, since you're the only person who's really invested in doing the attacking here, you see him attempt to hide under the platform from where he is. He's not doing a very good job of it because there's not a lot of room down there. And even if he was, he's just not. His arms are flailing about a bit. He's not doing a good job of hiding.
Can I check to see if there's anything I can use in the environment to my advantage?
You're on a train platform. What do you expect?
There's a crowbar about 50 meters away.
No, I'm not touching the crowbar.
Like an empty bottle or something, maybe?
I mean, you had empty bottles before thrown at you, but, you know, they're not around anymore. You could always angle some more vending machines.
I'm going to turn to Mara's character and ask him if he sent the report already.
But of course. But of course I say this while, you know, heading off in the direction of any nearby rooms to check for a certain yellow clearance citizen.
You see coming down one of the tunnels a couple of large lights. It suggests that a really big train is about to come down that area.
Okay.
Okay, make it an agility roll, I want to say. Actually, no, you're probably fine. You're not trying to rush it. You're just trying to do it. Okay, so Woof R climbs onto the platform opposite where you currently are. He's now standing there. The train is coming reasonably fast down the corridor towards you. You are separated by the tracks of the train.
Oh, Shadow was making that noise.
Yes, I was making that noise. The crowbar is on the platform where the other guys are, 50 feet down. Or at least that's what you saw it go off to. You do hear a clang and something falling onto the tracks. Now that you mention it. But I'm sure that's not going to do... Oh, wait, the train's about to run over it. I'm going to leave this up to fate here. On a 1 to 10, the train is going to derail onto the platform where Knave is. On an 11 to 20, it's going to derail onto the platform where the 5 of you are.
For the record, the second someone tried to swing at me with a crowbar, I got out of there. At least as far away from the platform edge as possible.
I've
got into side rooms looking for yellow clearance citizens.
Yeah, exactly.
So I am going to press the button, and then I'm going to ask for actions.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for actions from the 4 people, who look like they're in a bit of trouble coming up.
Well, I was already as far away from the platform as possible, so I'm just going to...
Yeah, I'm not counting you.
Nearest...
As the train derails, I fix my hair.
Okay. That's the one action.
I leap onto the rails so I can be safe from the train.
So your plan for stop getting around the railing train is to go onto the rails. Okay, that's fine. So you rush onto the rails.
I follow Commisar.
You rush onto the rails.
I'm going to...
I leave what's happening.
I'm going to rush off the platform.
Towards where?
The area where the train can't get to.
So
like
you're
the
running onto
rooms
the rails as well? Because your option
why the hell
this
not?
is a big train and it is going to basically eat the entire platform.
I guess I'll jump onto the rails as well.
Okay. Which leaves Mara.
Well, I'm just going to nod and smile and say, no, that is an appropriate beep.
Beep.
Okay. The train derails. You all 3 of you realise that jumping onto the rails might not have been such a great idea because while it is derailing, it's still likely to cross most of that area. I need you to make a violence roll to determine how much of the train you avoid by ducking.
Look on the bright side, maybe it'll go up.
Yes!
No.
I'm okay.
Good news, Agen. You're still technically alive.
Hooray!
Yes, can I shoot myself?
No!
With your toy gun.
Indeed. So yeah, the train impacts you, spinning you violently. You crash into the other platform, and you've broken your arm.
Ow! It hurts.
In fact, you've broken it quite severely. It's disconnected at the elbow, your bone is showing, and you're bleeding quite heavily.
I walk up to Agen. If you give me your red overalls, I will patch that up for you. And I pull out my bandage.
I scream out in pain, and every second, I repeat, rocking chair.
Commisar, you're hit by the train as well, but nowhere near as badly. You are stunned, however, and walking around dizzy for the moment. Marajin.
I'm in a side room. I don't know what your point is.
Oh, I thought you were still on the platform.
No,
I said I went looking for the yellow clearance incident side rooms.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So you and
he's good.
So you and Chiral just hear a calamity behind you.
Yeah, I just nodded and said that was an appropriately loud beep. Yes.
Yes. Followed by the sound of a certain Agen.
If Agen doesn't answer me, I just steal his red overalls.
No, you'd have to kill me first.
You're going to have to wait because I've not gone yet.
You managed to dodge the train, so you're actually fine.
Yeah. So I have an action now?
Well, you can act.
Did we resolve Commisar?
Yeah, I'm stunned.
Yeah, he was stunned. He was hit by the train, but he only rolled a 13, so he wasn't.
I'm going to record the conversation of Knave trying to basically bribe Agen for his jumpsuit in exchange for medical aid.
Since you would have started that after hearing it, you miss it, but you are now recording conversation at this stage on your PDC. Okay. You are getting memory full warnings already.
Rule of thumb, in case you don't remember, PDCs are like a modern smartphone, except slightly more crap.
Okay.
But yeah, you can record and take pictures, so you are now currently doing that. Alright, Agen, another citizen has offered to try and repair your arm in exchange for your jumpsuit.
I scream out in pain.
You are distracted because obviously you are in a great amount of pain.
Yes.
Yes.
Table! Table!
He's shouting about tables. I'm not sure what to make of that, but I'm adding a reason point on anyway.
I slap an Instatic bandage on his face.
Make a medical roll.
Where on my face?
Does it matter?
No.
Especially with a roll of 14.
Actually, that's my
you
medical...
stick the bandage basically into his eye. This is painful. But not quite as painful as his arm, so comparatively.
Bookcase.
I aim for his... Oh, did he say okay?
He said,
bookcase,
I think.
I aim for his mouth this time.
You go for another bandage. You know what? I'm going to let you have that. He's bandaged your mouth up. Meanwhile, Commisar, slightly dazed admittingly, and kind of, what are you doing while you're observing him try first aid by the act of...
I'm going to take a picture of that as evidence.
Oh, come on.
Are you already recording it?
Okay, you get a flashing light after about 10 seconds saying, memory full, and then the PDC starts smoking.
I say,
throw it at him or something.
Commisar, what are you up to, if anything? You're still standing on the tracks, and there is a giant train that's fallen over right beside you, which, might be something that, I don't know, somebody with cameras around might spot 4 citizens hanging around it and decide that they're to blame, even if, they're not.
Does my PDC act like it's like something I can contact authorities with?
You can contact people. It's basically a modern smartphone.
All right,
Just worse in every way.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly. What is it?
Again, just to help.
Is it 911?
It's you want to contact INTSEC, which is internal security. It's the people responsible for enforcing security within the complex.
So they're 911. All right.
Well, they're more sort of, they find the people who are doing bad things and then they try to punish them.
Yeah, they're the secret police, basically.
All right.
Or not so secret sometimes.
No, indeed.
I'm gonna quickly.
The public office.
I'm gonna contact internal security and just say I witnessed Tiamat derail a train at.
Wait, whoa! How is this my fault?
No.
AAA emergency response.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, well, then I'll say I just witnessed the red shirt derail a train.
I see. And where was this happening?
At my current location.
And where is that exactly?
The smoking train platform.
At the smoking train platform. Oh, yeah, quickly. I'm going to try to get off the rails now.
You can see lights coming down the tunnel and another train approaching, which,
I got to get my crowbar out of the way. So
I'm going to leave.
Your
train.
crowbar is buried underneath 10 tons of train.
Is there any Red Clearance citizens knocked out in the train?
Possibly, but do you want to go and check?
Yes.
Can I die, please?
Okay.
You know, this next oncoming train is probably going to plow into the currently derailed train.
Yep.
That's likely to happen, yeah, but if you want to get inside the existing train, I am not going to stop you from attempting it.
I will point out there are situations in which the train may not, but I don't know what they are. So...
You are now getting onto the train. Agen.
Yes.
You've got enough of your senses back to try and get yourself out of the situation. Slowly. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna call out.
Okay.
I'm gonna call to Connor for help. No, I can't.
Don't know his name, but you can call to citizens.
I'm going to try and.
And I gagged you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, welcome to Paranoia.
Oh, before I forget, I fixed my hair.
So you climb on top of the train and fix your hair. Got it.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
I'll let you know, Chiral.
Okay.
Oh, I have no idea.
You might want to get off of the tracks.
I can't.
Why
Can't
not?
you?
You got 2 working legs and a working arm.
I think you said I was blocked by things.
No.
You just said the train had crashed, hitting you. I mean, the train is quite heavy and is impacting where you can stand a little bit, but there's nothing stopping you from getting out of there.
Oh.
Yeah, the crowbar's blocked.
Yeah, the crowbar is under 10 tons of train.
Oh.
But essentially, I think all you need to do is make an agility roll to get the fuck out the way.
Well, that's just your roll to get out of there
Well,
fast.
broken
You can
arm.
try and make it normally, but
I try and somehow get out of the way fast.
okay. You climb up onto the platform, which you are now there. You see another citizen leap onto the train, the damaged train at this point.
Can I try and run from out of the platform?
Yeah, you see an exit. You can go that way if you want.
I go that way.
Okay, you're running off the exit. Commisar.
I go. I'm just noticing that I'm gonna be late for my appointment.
You are now, by the way.
Quickly. Yeah. I run away from the platform while trying to describe. Well, let's see. Well, I'm at the platform with the derailed train. And
Can
there's
you
like
please
smoke and
tell
everything.
me a security number on a piece of paper nearby your location that we can use to verify your coordinates?
Ooh, do I see one?
No.
No. This is disappointing.
Just start making it up.
Are you expressing disappointment in the way that Friend Computer has designed the combat?
I'm disappointed in my ability to not see the thing that he did. I'm pretty sure
Are there any
that one of the
significant
guys.
landmarks near your location that we can use?
The big derailed train.
What's that building that Mara went into? It's nearby, I assume, right?
It's the platform.
It is.
I went to the rooms on the edge of the platform, so yeah.
It is,
So
yeah.
the nearby landmark. So I'm just gonna do I see landmarks? Because
you see a giant train, the station, some rooms around the outside, some corridors leading off in the distance, and a giant train, and another train approaching.
I see another giant train approaching to our train, so this would be a train station with a train arriving where a derailed train had happened.
Is there a number
You realize
on the
how many trains there are in Alpha Complex. You are not being helpful and wasting our time. Your account will be charged 20 credits.
Well, thank you for your time.
He's already hung up on you.
Well, I still say, I'm a polite boy.
Alright, so Knave, you are standing on top of the ruined train.
Wait, am I not getting red citizens inside the train?
You can see some infrared and citizens on the platform you're at. They're basically blocked in so tight that they're basically not able to move inside there. But you see them trying to gesture towards the doors.
Not infrared, red.
Infrared this time, yeah.
What about in the train? Do I see any red citizens?
You're at the infrared carriage.
I walk along the train to find the red carriage.
As you walk along the train, you see the other train approaching. It's going.
I leap off the train.
Well,
from
roll to
inside.
see if you can leap off a train fast enough.
You're inside, aren't you?
Leap off the train from inside the train.
He's on the train. I haven't let him get in yet. I was being deliberately vague to try and give him a chance to get out of this mess. But, you know, agility roll to stay alive then.
Staying alive?
I don't think he's staying alive. He trips and falls, and then suddenly there's another crash. At this point, all five of you hear that, but you've kind of reconnected at one of the nearby briefing rooms.
Yes, can somebody fix my arm?
No.
Beep you.
Well, in fairness, if he's bandaged it up correctly, you can't see that your arm's damaged.
I didn't do
He
anything.
has two eyes.
Yeah, but one of them's got a
I
bandage on
have
it.
one eye.
I'm gagged and I have a bandage.
Yeah,
on
he
my-
bandaged his mouth and his eyes, so he can't ask the question and he can't see
know.
properly.
Can I try and take the bandage out of my mouth with my other hand?
You can try.
I try that.
It's painful, but it comes off.
Okay. Ah!
At that point,
Dang it.
the only reason you still hear the crash is because it's that loud. No.
Oh.
At this stage, Shadow,
Yep.
out of fairness, may I ask you to make a roll for how mean I'm feeling?
Please.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, I'm in a good mood.
Mara's
But
mood
good
is.
for who?
No, I'm just in a generally amiable mood.
Yes.
Your next clone is going to wake up with horrifying memories of being crushed by a train, infrared citizens, a train, scraping on the ground, a train, more train, infrared citizens. Somewhere there's a yellow crowbar that's just flown past you, and also the train. Your next clone wakes up with that as a memory. Would you like to register your new mutant power?
That's
No. Also, my clone immediately fixes his hair.
Well, he hasn't respawned yet. I was just asking for speed up some time here.
Oh, I know. It's subconscious at this point. Even in the tank, he fixes his hair.
Fair enough, fair enough. He hasn't got hair in the tank until they put it back on, but yeah, okay, that's fair.
If anything, I respect him for consistency.
No, it's fine. We like
Also,
consistency.
Beep.
Also beep, indeed. Also beep. Why can I not find the... Oh, there it is. Right, roll 1 and roll 2. Okay. Your second mutant power, if you indeed you have one, will possibly be this. But that's only if you have one. As the GM, I'm not one to accuse people of having mutant powers when they don't. Okay, so you are now in a briefing room.
Yay. Do I have all my stuff?
You do keep all your stuff. The exception to this will be anything that's damaged. You get replacements, but you will be charged for it at the end of the mission. So you will be charged for your missing jumpsuit. Your crowbar, because it's a treasonous item, will not be replaced. So you've lost that, but you don't have to pay for that.
I bought that crowbar for Elsewhere, though.
You did. But
Yes.
However,
you're
it's
not
treasonous.
getting a replacement.
Oh.
It's kind of fuzzy with this. Anything that's discovered you won't get back. I'm always, this is a bit of fuzzy logic with the game sometimes, but anything treasonous that hasn't been revealed or you've managed to keep secret, or just, hasn't flung off into oblivion, you can keep with you, and we don't question it. It's one of the odd things about the game. It's just the way it works. Sometimes you'll be lucky enough to pick up the pieces from your old clone, in which case you just do that.
Because you don't question Fring Computer's method of dealing with clones.
Indeed. It's weird sometimes.
It's correct, though.
I hold a silent memorial in my own head for my lost crowbar.
Okay. In the room you're now in, you see one large well, it's not normal. It's not a normal desk. It's wooden. You're not 100% sure what wood is, but that's what it is.
Are there chills?
It's different, and I will accept that as sufficient information.
Are there chills?
It's a reddish kind of brown, though. There are 4 chairs, one of which is behind the desk. All of them are red. One of them is blue.
I'm taking that immediately.
There you go. Mercy point for leaping straight for the chair and the meaningless status symbol that it is.
So, as I said, I sit down as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming we found it.
I'm not sure if you actually heard me because we both basically shouted that
That's
at the same time.
I quickly sit down.
Okay.
I will stand at attention.
Commisar, as you sit on the broken chair, it snaps and you fall down.
Oh.
At this point, a panel opens in the wall and a yellow clearance citizen walks out. He appears to be clutching something in his hands, something quite small.
I remain seated.
He sits down.
I fix my hair.
Important question. Is it small,
It's
brown, and fuzzy?
You can't see. It's obviously small because it's fitting in both of his hands, though he's clutching it quite close to himself. And you can't see it. Whatever it is, he's doing a good job of holding it back.
I remain standing at attention.
Mm-hmm. I have no reason for
Good
any...
afternoon, citizens. How are we feeling today?
My arm hurts.
Spectacular, sir!
I'm great!
All hail the computer!
Why does your arm hurt? Why would you make your arm hurt? That is a silly statement. Do not make your arm hurt.
It was in service to the computer.
Ha 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 ha. Happiness is the computer.
Yes, it is.
All hail, Ring Computer.
You have been selected for a mission. This mission is... You gotta help me! You gotta help me! I know. This mission is important.
Okay.
You will be going onto the experimental hypertrain. This hypertrain is the project of technical services.
It sounds fantastic!
Is it one of the trains that was supposed to arrive in the last 5 minutes?
I do not know. Where am I? Where am I? You gotta help me! These things are... He spasms a little bit.
Okay, don't worry about this roll.
Worry. Panic.
Why did that not... Oh,
There it is.
Okay.
Do not worry about this roll. I mean, it's not odd for the players to make those sorts of rolls, but the GM will do that all the time if I'm on an actual tabletop. Anyway, as I was saying, you will be part of guarding the experimental hypertrain. The hypertrain will depart from Sector A and travel all the way to Sector Z, and it will attempt to do this in 80 of your silly human hours.
Sounds wonderful, sir!
Your mission is to ensure that the train reaches Sector Z
to the computer
without any kind of complications. Complications that may arise are uncertain, and you are not allowed to know about them.
We will do the computer's duty regardless.
Computer.
I'll have the computer.
I'll have the computer.
Now, I have analyzed your performance to date, and I have decided that none of you is actually suitable. But one must be chosen. One must be better than the rest. And yet none of you want to be better than the rest.
You said you'd
None of you are speaking. None of you
said
demand it. Therefore, you... He looks at Agen's character, whose name is...
You said choose for Tay.
As you have questioned me, you will no longer be chosen.
I volunteer, sir!
We do not want volunteers. Volunteers are too eager.
I blame a whistle.
They are too strong. No, we need somebody we can control, who can lead.
I blame a whistle as loud as I can.
It's the guy with the crowbar, probably.
What?
Next guy with the crowbar.
You will be selected for team leader. You will take the team leader badge from this person's left pocket. You will do this now. You will not observe. You will close your eyes. What's
I think his mic isn't working.
He's gone quite silent. This is true. Yeah, we're not hearing you, so...
Yeah, we're not hearing you at all.
Oh. The lights on, occasionally.
Sorry, small point of order. What time do you intend to finish, Shadow?
Probably soonish. I'm probably going to get us to the start point, and then we'll see.
Yeah, okay. No worries.
Seeing as we derailed
that is the usual for us.
Yeah, I know.
Derailed not only the session, but also
two trains.
Literal derailment.
And you're going to protect another... Oh, actually, that's the point.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay.
I close my eyes and I do this.
Okay, you reach into a yellow clearance citizen's pocket.
I quickly take a picture.
He asked him to do it, though.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
You can take a picture anyway.
Well, the picture doesn't.
I take a picture.
If I find a badge-like object, I take it.
You do find something metallic in there.
I make sure it's badge-shaped before taking it.
I mean, it's metal.
Flat?
It's metal.
Is it round?
It's not flat. It's textured.
I take it out of his pocket.
Okay. You take out a shiny team leader badge with a blood stain on it and what looks like a handwritten note scribbled on, attached to the pin.
What does it say?
Help!
I clean it off and put it on.
Yeah, the blood cleans off fine. There's no worries with that. And you pinned it on.
And I retake my seat. After fixing my...
Sorry, I've got to make a roll myself here. Bear with. Somebody has decided to play silly buggers.
That's like saying the sun has risen, or
If someone is taking my chair, I use them as a chair.
No. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, okay. You succeed.
Nice.
For the rest of you, you see Chiral's character draw a black line down the back of Wuff's jumpsuit.
Oh. I didn't succeed that well then.
At feeling that, I turn around and I see
you were deadly silent. You were deadly silent. But you unfortunately were spotted by everybody looking in that direction.
Oh.
I'm going to opt to remain silent.
Yep, I opt to remain silent.
Did I feel him do that?
No, because he was silent.
No, not here. Did I feel him do that down my...
It was fine. It just didn't do it stealthily. But I made the roll. No, you didn't see him do that. The team leader will have the authorization to assign the mandatory bonus duties. Maximum 1 per troubleshooter. The bonus duties are, in no particular order, Loyalty Officer.
I immediately give this to Marajin's character.
Oh no, not
Oh,
again.
why would you do this?
Recording Officer.
I give this to Commisar's character.
Happiness Officer.
I assign that to Kitsu's character, though.
Equipment Guy.
Number R11.
hygiene officer.
Agent's character.
Oh boy.
You will now make your way to PLC and outfitting. This is in the building round the corner. We shall not meet again. Your mission must be successful. Do not try to contact me. Good.
Before he goes, on the basis that a yellow clearance citizen has asked for my assistance and is clearly not feeling happy, I'm going to offer him a pill. And if you will check my character sheet,
I'm just doing that now, necessarily.
Pill.
The citizen just stares at it.
It will help, trust me.
I do not require help from inferior life forms.
I took it in his pocket.
We will not talk again. He then basically descends through there. You hear just as it's closing, no, and then a
Do I drop the pill after him or something?
I'll say agility if you want to do that, but
I'll give it a go.
I'm already leaving to go to the place around the corner. I do yell back to the place he said to go now.
Agility's based on violence, so no. It glances to the ground. You can pick it back up if you want.
Yeah, I'll pick it back up.
Okay. Can I have a wetware roll from everybody who didn't decide they was leaving as this was going on?
Okay.
And let me know how much you succeed by.
Oh, dude.
Wetware.
Wow, Commisar.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
exception to this will be if you've got medicine, but I think the only person who had that would have been...
I succeeded.
I've got medicine.
Oh.
Okay, Commisar, I'm just going to give you a message.
All right.
And we're going to move on. So, you're heading around the corner.
Yes.
Okay, you lead off, which, in fairness, is what the team leader's doing. However, your team has not come with you.
Well, I said I followed the leader.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Well,
Sorry, you two have followed.
I will do as soon as I've picked up the pill.
You
No
have
sense
picked up the
wasting
pill.
happiness pills.
Nope, can't waste those.
As
beep. That was better than beeping, actually. That's the improvement to beeping. You can YouTube somebody a thing or two with that level of beeping.
as happiness officer, I agree that a waste of happiness pills is indeed unacceptable.
And as loyalty officer, I will agree that lack of loyalty is caused by unhappiness.
And while you're agreeing, everybody's walked off.
I did say I would follow him as soon as I picked
Also,
up.
I fix my hair.
Okay, you can fix your hair and allow everyone to catch up. The team leader has the important things down, apparently. Okay, you arrive at the PLC outfitting office, which, in this case, is a cardboard box with a junior citizen behind it. Sap.
Greetings, citizen. We are troubleshooters here for equipment.
I raise one hand
yeah?
as if to wave.
All hail the future of the complex. I bow and
As an
supplicate myself.
FYI, and I'm going to give you this as a freebie, no harm can come to a junior citizen on pain of everything.
Beep.
True. Me.
So what are you
Yes.
here for?
We were just sent for equipment for a mission.
Which mission? What are you doing?
Ed, guarding the hypertrain.
What's a hypertrain?
The new
Sounds
train they're
stupid.
building.
It's
Stupid
really,
mission.
really, really fun.
No, it sounds stupid. You're not fun at all. None of you are.
I start playing with a yo-yo in front of him.
Give me the yo-yo.
Isn't yo-yo yellow clearance?
Give me the yo-yo.
I give him the yo-yo.
Right, you can have some equipment. None of the rest of you can.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You're the team leader. I want the badge.
I can't give you the badge.
He cries.
Oh,
Out of
you made him cry.
pure ridiculous vain hope that something will come of this, I'm going to attempt to fashion something that will make him happy out of my lengths of wire. What the fuck skill you want me to roll for this?
I don't have 20 and I'm going to work it out.
But I say,
can I try and break the kid with a can of bounty?
I'll live with 3 as a roll.
You have come up with a happy mask of friend computer out of wire. It's very small, but you've made it. Rather skillfully, another fast speed. This seems to cheer him up. He's still sniffling though. I want a badge.
Can I try and give him my plasti laser?
I will offer.
I'm going to nudge the team leader and say a loyal citizen would respect the views of a junior citizen because they are the future, and pass the badge on.
I'll go up to him and say, I don't have any cool badges for you. I do have the stamp.
I'm nudging
he
the
immediately changes
team
tune
leader
as soon as you speak and says, "Get lost."
Oh, what's offering a stamp? Oh,
it's like a badge.
It's like a badge. It's like a badge you can use multiple times. So you can put it anywhere you like.
I don't want to play anymore. I'm leaving. I don't want to play anymore. He stomps off.
Wait. I have an idea. This is a different badge, right? Okay.
You're too slow.
You can wear it. And I handed my sticker. You could like
let me just double check this. Is this the sticker I'm thinking of?
Yes. Is it going to get me? It's probably going to get me killed, isn't it?
Almost certainly, but do it anyway.
Do it anyway, exactly. I agree.
Why can I not find your character sheet? Your character sheet is buried underneath everybody else's at the moment.
Carol, you're not being active enough.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just I've lost it, that's all.
To be entirely honest with you, my general play is to be quiet so everyone forgets about me and then send really quite sneaky messages to Shadow.
Yep.
I mean, yes, that is the best way of doing it.
It is.
He seems to perk up with this. Cool! And then sticks a biohazard sign onto his onto his chest.
A biohazard.
Technically, he is.
So good luck with that.
You can have some equipment too. Which role were you?
I was the equipment guy.
Oh, that's boring. Fine, I suppose you can have. You have this. He hands you a toy spanner.
Nice, thank you.
I keep telling them last year's Cycle's equipment was better.
You get nothing.
How do you know what?
You get nothing. Go get lost.
I've got to bob my friend computer wire sculpture in front of him and go beep 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 boop 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 beep boop boop.
What role is you?
Well, of course, I am the loyalty officer. Who else would venerate friend computer?
Well, I got to use an egg. He tosses you an egg. It goes splat on your chest. He then hands you another egg. This one is a recording egg.
Unclean.
This is a standard issue loyalty officer recording egg. It only has about a limited amount of time on it, but while sealed, it is practically indestructible. While open, it's recording.
A limited amount of time. I love it, Shadow. Thank you very much.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You said about a limited amount of time, which is appropriate for Paranoia, but I really love it.
About a limited amount of time, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows the limit, and I'm going to hold that over everybody's head.
But you don't know it either.
No,
I don't care because you don't know it.
Okay, so loyalty officer's got some equipment. Team leader wants a sword.
Yes.
Don't have one.
I'm ready with a can of bouncy bubbly beverage just because I can.
Didn't you try to down all your free bouncy beverages earlier?
Yes, he did.
I think he only made it to one.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He tried to down all 3 at once and failed me.
Yeah, he did.
Failed them everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's kind of OC, so, you know. I don't actually know that. I'm just pointing it out as a point of order.
Yeah.
But wait, they were empty when I respawned. Would I have got those back?
No, they would have been used up. I mean, you can still have the cans if you want.
You've got empty cans of both these
I try and bribe him with empty cans and say, here, you can kick these.
He does kick one of them. He has fun. He walks off, kicking the can.
And now we have no equipment.
No,
What we have is an equipment stand with nobody guarding it. You're looking at it.
No, what we have is a cardboard box, and I feel bad for actually suggesting this, but I have sympathy for the people that aren't used to playing this game with us, which is probably a weakness, but I'm in a good mood because I asked you to roll that earlier.
Brother.
Well, apparently equipment's out of the way.
Yeah, see, I've got my stuff, so I'm just gonna.
The only thing there are a couple of things remaining on his cardboard box, though. If you're interested.
What are they?
Yeah,
What are they?
I'm not interested.
There are 2 small boxes, both of them red, and there is a button. It doesn't appear to be attached to anything, but it is a button on a box.
Unless it says beep, I'm not interested.
Well,
Can I take one of the boxes?
You take one of the boxes. It rattles as you do.
I think the other box.
That also rattles.
I pressed the button.
No, I already pressed the button.
When you press the button, a door opens behind you.
Was there a beep?
There was no beep.
I'm not interested.
There was a whir.
No.
And, and a plastic crate emerges from it. The door then closes.
I look in the crate.
No, I already beat you to it. Yeah.
Okay, as you open the crate, you see it contains 6 laser barrels and a lot of mechanical equipment.
I hand everyone 1 laser barrel each.
That's my generous of you.
Generous in this regard.
Wow, okay, thank you.
Say.
But you all now have a red laser barrel, which means you have the combination to fire your laser pistol. By the way, it can fire more than 6 times. Do not fire it more than 6 times.
Okay. Feeling incredibly brave.
Yeah. But you can if you ever need to. Just, it won't go well.
More than 6 times.
Feeling incredibly brave.
More than 6 times at once, or more than 6 times?
I'm not going to explain that answer. I've given it twice, so.
What do the mechanical parts in the box look like?
You're not sure. It looks like it's components to build some form of device. And can I have a wetware skill from each of you? I'm actually rolling for a different skill, but I'm going to work out which of you pass it, and then give you a PM as to what it actually seems to be.
That question: does vehicle operation and maintenance or nuclear engineering help?
Okay, no. Habitat engineering would help.
Nice roll there.
Wow.
Okay.
8,
so far, everybody's
6-2.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Agen's very afraid.
No.
Agen is very injured.
Just that my back is misbehaving.
All right, just for an explanation here, there are various mechanical skills. There are various engineering skills. Mechanical is literally anything that doesn't require electronics or any nuclear power or stuff like that. That's why there's so many different categories for it. You can make a base hardware roll if you don't have the relevant one, though.
I would point out...
However, you've succeeded anyway.
Again, I would point out I ran an entire sector of potatoes.
You did run an entire sector
sticks.
of potatoes once, indeed.
Nice.
You also put gourmet meals on a stick in the bread. But briefly.
Yeah, but that's not my problem.
It wasn't your problem, but you know.
No, it just absolutely wasn't my problem.
Okay. Because enough of you have succeeded in this, looking at this, I'm just going to tell you. Enough of you are able to identify this looks like it's a mobile cloning vat.
Interesting.
It's not built, but it appears to be a mobile cloning vat. It would take a bit of putting together, but...
I could probably put it together.
I could definitely put it together.
I say leave it.
I say we bring
I'm just going to.
I'm not even going to lie to you. I could put this together.
Yeah, so could I.
All right, I'm just going to give you some slight advice here, but there's a reason you're going to probably need that.
Train.
Yeah.
Going very fast.
Yep.
I like trains.
I guess.
Can we
ask our equipment guy his opinion on if we need this or not?
Are we going to be that stupid to put it together now?
No.
I didn't say I was going to put it together now.
I think it would be...
I could put it together.
Yeah, so did I.
I'm just giving you that bone.
So, before we wrap up the session, is there any other actions people want to take at this stage, or Shenanigans or
following
last-minute
leader.
ending thoughts?
I'm good.
I take out my denied stamp and I stamp denied on one of the red boxes with a button on it.
My arm still hurts.
So you press denied on the button which caused the door to open to give you this equipment in the first place.
Yes.
Okay, the
It's
door's
denied
open,
from
the door's
an-
open again.
Nice.
I immediately back off.
The door's closed again. You didn't quite see what was behind there, but a lot of bright lights.
I saw infinity.
This isn't Call of Cthulhu.
Although I couldn't do it. I've been known.
Shadow is not above cross-game play.
I did
that
do
is
an entire
true.
Paranoia session in a dungeon once.
We did
Oh.
do D&D in part.
As the final action of the game, I fix my hair.
Good. And that will be the end of the session. Next time we'll actually get into the mission. I will also, in between this, give you your Secret Society missions, and this will allow me to flesh out the train bit a little bit. But yeah, you can have fun going around the sector.
Overall, I would say this is probably one of the good sessions.
Hey, that sounds insulting.
It does. It does on purpose. No, yeah, it's been fun.
The start, it always tends to go this way. This is why we normally split it up over two, because the setup and the nonsense involved in getting into the mission normally takes up over an hour. In fact, if it's less than an hour, we've done well, or I've just decided to push you there.
I asked you to roll for my mood, and unfortunately, you rolled relatively well. So I'm not being a complete bastard on the din that I've relegated it to rolls. But, you know.
You could easily have been a bastard.
Shadow warned you about me. That's all I'm saying.
And I don't imagine he's going to maintain that level of mood during the game session. But you never know.
I may ask you to roll again.
Indeed.
That being said, there's been a lot of generosity this round.
It's
I know,
weird.
right?
I have added a number of questionable treason points based on the amount of sharing that's been going on.
I've purely done it on the
My
basis of
arm hurts
It
again.
definitely hurts.
beep. That's the reason I've done it.
The good news is your eye and your mouth feel fine.
Yes. Except
You
I'm.
still have bones sticking out of your arm, though.
Yes, I know.
He'll be fine.
I would point out I have 3 pens. Shadow will know what that means.
Indeed. It means do not let him perform experimental surgery on you.
Oh,
Unless
It's your last
shadow.
resort.
Shadow may or may not know how good I am at experimental surgery and speech marks. So Shadow may be lying. Then again, he may be telling the truth.
I didn't
As
actually
your-
look
I'm here,
before I-
he's telling the truth, ergo he's lying and also telling the truth.
Yes.
Indeed. I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks for joining me.
Bye-bye.